Hey everyone, Brian from Three Geeky Dads here. Before we begin tonight's episode, I just want everyone to know that we are now sponsored by Audible. As an IT professional for a school department, I find myself behind the wheel of my car traveling between schools almost all day long, and that's where Audible comes in. Right now, I'm enjoying listening to Douglas Adams' Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, read by Stephen Fry. It's so enjoyable to hear this hilarious audiobook read by a proper British comic actor. And that's just scratching the surface. Audible is the leading provider of spoken word content, with everything from bestsellers, celebrity memoirs, and news to podcasts. Yes, if you're into podcasts, and you're listening to us right now, so we can assume you do, Audible has got you covered. Just go to www.audibletrial.com/3GD to get your free 30-day trial today. That's www.audibletrial.com/3GD to get your free 30-day trial. You'll get 1 credit, 2 credits if you're already an Amazon Prime member. That's good for any premium selection titles you like, and they're yours to keep. You also get the Audible Plus catalog of podcasts, audiobooks, guided wellness, and Audible originals. Listen all you want. No credits needed. Again, that's www.audibletrial.com/3GD. $14.95 a month after your 30-day trial. Cancel at any time. Audible. Stay informed, connected, and inspired. And now, on with the show.
Warning, incoming dad joke. Warning, incoming dad joke.
Hey guys, I heard Posh Spice is double jointed.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not, so unfortunately I can't bend it like Beckham.
Oh, interesting.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a lot of things going on in that joke.
Who is your daddy, and what does he do?
It was like a pink nightmare.
Christmas has a Yule log. Not a log, I don't have a log, but it's...
All that I have, all that I've learned, everything I feel, all this and more I bequeath you, my son.
Your father was Frankenstein, and your mother was the lightning.
We named the dog Indiana.
I am your father.
Hello and welcome to another thrilling episode of Three Geeky Dads, the show now brought to you by the new Angela Lansbury Cabbage. Murder, She Wrote, Cabbage You Eat. I am Mark, and with me as always are the goo and goo to my gajoo,
Derek?
Brian.
and joining us as always to say F you to math and the accuracy of our show title, The Man Part Egg, Part Walrus, and all man. Yeah, sounded better when I wrote it, Tito.
Hey,
There's a bunch of
monkey
Beatles,
fingers.
bunch of Beatles, because there wasn't a lot to joke about with tonight's movie. I couldn't find a fucking thing.
No.
Look at Derek's face. He's already
What?
game on.
The Mac to our daddies.
Well, you know what? Let's talk about. How's everybody doing?
We're doing good.
We doing all right?
ducky.
Yeah.
Did everybody have a nice Easter?
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah.
You have a good
It
vacation,
was
Derek?
not here, yeah. It was,
Yeah?
I was in Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, in the sun.
Yeah,
In the
thankfully
sun.
the kids...
Do they let you bring the truck on the beach?
No, trucks on the beach.
Alligators.
You had to go to the poor people's beach? Damn. Damn. Times are tough for the
They got
fucking Raynards.
shit there that'll kill you. Was the
Those
bunny
tariffs,
good to
Tito.
everybody?
Truck tariffs.
The tariffs, the fucking beach tariffs.
Yeah.
Was the
Definitely felt them.
bunny good to everybody?
Yeah.
Was the bunny good? You get
Sure.
it?
I lucked out. We completely forgot to plan anything for while we were
Oh,
down
because
there.
you were gone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they have not asked. They have not mentioned the Easter
Oh,
Bunny.
cool.
Oh, make
Oh,
sure they
good.
don't listen to
Yeah.
this then.
You should do this at Christmas.
I know, right?
That's a
Really
harder
save
sell.
yourself some money in 6 months.
That's a harder sell, I feel like. the Christmas
It might be.
Yeah. I mean, the Easter Bunny is more forgettable. But
Yeah.
Santa Claus is better.
Yeah, that's the big one.
Liam's
a better
our-
publicist.
Liam's only lost two teeth, and he doesn't even believe in the tooth fairy.
Is he
anymore.
punching him out? He's like, I'll show you, Dad. I'll show you. Yeah.
He's like, I felt you the first time. Reach under my pillow. Well, no, it was you. I'm like,
Oh, boy.
You know, out of context, that's
Those
how
meaty
that could
mitts.
sound- yeah.
like, good, all right. Lose the rest of your teeth. You're right. We're good now.
My wife said that to me for different reasons. But
Oh, Christ.
followed by get back on your own side.
No marks, clean.
I was once Anybody watching the Celtics? I hear from people.
They're in the
who watch-
they're in the playoffs.
They're in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Playoffs.
They got a chance.
Yeah.
I mean, they have
Boston.
to be. They're too good. They have to be.
So I hear the Celtics are
Yeah,
good. How about the
sure.
Red Sox? Are the Red Sox doing
They're
good?
not doing too bad.
They're doing
They
all right?
won on Monday.
Okay.
The Patriots Day was Monday. They did the running of the Boston Marathon. Red Sox played the Chicago White Sox, 11 a.m. game, and they won 4-2, if I remember right.
Wow.
Surprise outcome of that marathon.
Oh, yeah?
Somebody won?
The winner was not from this country.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Nigerian?
Yeah,
Kenyan?
Kenyan?
One of the two.
Yeah.
Maybe another. I don't know.
They got the slow twitch.
The Boston Marathon because he didn't fall asleep in a hot tub.
It's the slow twitch muscles. Throw
Slow
a hot
twitch.
cup of tea in your face. That's what yeah.
What the hell was his
You
name?
little bastard. Cute little
Oh, I can't
bastard.
remember the dude's name.
So that concludes the
That
sports.
concludes the sports section of the show. Let's move on. For the rest of this,
Move on? Let's move on?
Oh.
Let's mow green. No, that's something completely different.
Mean Joe
Move
Green?
on. Mean Joe Green. Oh, thanks, Joe. Thanks for your sweaty shirt. Smells like ass. So for the rest of this intro, I would like to turn things over to Virginia Madsen to tell you about tonight's movie.
Oh, jeez.
The beginning is a very difficult time, unless it's Memento or Pulp Fiction, that episode of Seinfeld that starts at the end and works its way back to the beginning. The most precious substance in the universe is the spice melange. Did I say it right?
Yes,
I'm not
melange.
a big Dune fan like a lot of you. Which is not a sort of pie. The spice extends life. It's like Viagra for a planet. The spice expands consciousness. The spice is vital to travel. The spice exists on one planet in the entire universe. A desolate, dry planet with vast deserts. The planet of Arrakis, also known as Dune. Spice World. Oh, yes. I forgot to tell you. This is an April Fool's episode of 3GD. The Spice Girls must flow. He who controls the Spice Girls controls the universe.
Fuck.
Thank you, Brian, for that last.
Because that's in mine, too.
Well, I stole it from you.
Oh, did you?
Do it all, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so that was fun. So yeah, we're doing Spice World tonight instead of Dune. Because I know someone out there was like, hey, they did Dune.
Yeah.
Probably did. 'Cause he was on there.
Exactly.
Why are they doing
Just
this
like,
again?
Just like, hey, they did this appetizer already.
It's a reheated appetizer.
That's right, I
Hey,
love that.
speaking of which, before we tell you what we want, what we really, really want, our own Spice Girl of Gourmet Gorgonzola and Garbanzo Brian is reheating. Get that reheating one of our appetizers to start us off.
You know what I'd love to do? Right now? Go down to Marie Callender's. Get me a big bowl. Pie, some ice cream on it. Good. Put some on your head. Your tongue would slap your brains out trying to get to it. Interested?
Thank you, Mark.
You're welcome, Brian.
Well, after a week off, our themed April Fool's Month, where we say we're looking at a popular film, but in actuality, we'll be talking about something maybe not so great. This week's film certainly falls into that not so great category. Sorry, Derek. For as our show title indicated, you may have been lured into hearing us talk about Dune, the sci-fi story about Paul Atreides and the desert planet Arrakis, home to sandworms, rebellious factions, and of course that precious, precious spice. But instead, we're in late 1990s London with a look at Spice World. Yes, he who controls the Spice Girls controls the universe, or at the very least, the top of the pop charts. For these five pop sensations star in their very own movie, and that got us to thinking about other singers or musicians who have starred or made appearances in movies or TV shows. But Brian, you mad genius, I hear you saying,
And sexy.
you've done this one already. This was your appetizer for the Labyrinth episode. And you're absolutely right, we did. But some things are worth another look, and so here is a reheated appetizer, as Mark just said, for all of you to sink your teeth into.
Nice.
Well done.
Brian, I think you
Who the
started
hell
this
is
week.
going? Brian?
Is it me this
Yeah, I
time?
started last week.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Brian.
I'm going to go with the kings there. I'm going with the Beatles. Stars of
The Beatles.
Yeah, stars of A Hard Day's Night and Help. And I was going to say Yellow Submarine, but they did not do the voices. They only appear as themselves. They weren't acting at the very, very end. No, they had voice actors doing. Yeah, they wanted nothing to do with the movie until they saw the results at the very end, and they're like, "Oh, we'll stick ourselves into the last 30 seconds."
Oh, those sons of
That's
bitches.
not them.
Yeah, they were contractually obligated to United Artists, I believe, were the ones doing the Beatles movies, and they were contractually obligated for 3, and so they said, "Fuck it, just do what you want with the third one," and that's when they made Yellow Submarine with a whole group of voice actors.
Well,
That's the only one I've ever seen.
Mind
yeah,
blown.
oh, I
Yellow
love
Submarine's the only one I've ever seen.
Yellow
It's
Submarine was fantastic.
I
That
love
means you
movie.
haven't
Minis.
seen the Beatles at all
Yeah,
until the last
No.
5 seconds.
Liverpool can be a
No.
lonely
That's
place
better
on a
than your
Saturday
Virginia
night.
Madsen.
Thank you. My Virginia Madsen is
I don't know
terrible.
what that
And this
was.
is only Thursday morning. I feel like an old busted drumstick.
That's my...
That's my Beatles impression.
Nothing ever happens to me.
Oh, I can't, you know. You know.
So good.
It's my Ringo.
Music.
Ringo.
It kind of sounds like, was it Yakko Warner? Wacko?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh.
Can
No,
we call you
Wacko.
Tattoo? He's got a little more rasp to it, though.
He was Wacko, right?
yeah.
'Cause Yakko,
Yakko was,
yes,
United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama. Yeah, that was the other one. And then
Very nice.
Look at
very
him.
nice.
Wacko had the
Why
backwards
are you
hat.
not a voice actor?
I don't know.
Like,
I
What are
really
you
don't.
waiting for?
Wacko.
the
I
amount
never-
of like spot on impressions.
I
you
never made an audition tape.
You
That's
should
why.
make an
You
You're like the
You
Michael
have the
Winslow
equipment.
of Cumberland.
You are. No, absolutely.
do. You have everything you need.
I'm really big on Clark Street, Tito.
Your Virginia Madsen could use work.
Yeah, yeah.
I've heard better. Not many, but better.
I'll train you in that.
Halfway through the episode, do we have you come back in as Virginia Madsen like she does in the opening? Oh, by the way.
I will now. I wasn't gonna, but I will. If you liked it that much, I didn't think you'd like it.
Oh, I love it.
I didn't like
trouble.
it. I didn't like it. I was like, well, it's this. It's the only way I
50-50.
can make that transition, man.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking
So that
of
was mine, the
transition,
Beatles.
Tito.
Nice.
Oh, me. I don't think I did this one last time. I love this guy. LL Cool J.
Nice.
LL Cool J, Any Given Sunday, Deep Blue Sea, H2O.
Don't call it a comeback.
And Too Deep. Toys. I actually like Toys.
He was in Toys.
Yeah, he plays
I don't remember
his,
him in Toys.
He's like his stepbrother or cousin.
Really? To Robin Williams?
Yeah.
No shit.
He is Michael Gambon's son.
Oh.
Yeah,
for
the
real?
one who's the army general. Mm-hmm. But I always thought LL Cool J was a pretty fun actor.
I like him too. What was it? NCIS Los Angeles?
Yeah, with Chris O'Donnell.
Chris O'Donnell.
Yeah,
And his verse is my favorite verse in the Monstar rap from the original.
That's
Space
very
Jam.
good. I gotta go Method Man on that, but I love that song
Yeah,
as a whole.
that is a great
It's
song.
very good. That's the reason I bought that CD.
That soundtrack was pretty,
pretty good.
It was it had some
Pretty good.
bangers. The songs that really slapped Brian.
Slap.
Yeah.
It slaps.
for
Slapped.
sure.
You know I love that
Slap at
term.
the bass. Slap at the bass.
Slapping the bass, man.
Oh. Whoa.
No weeds of the Jews.
We got no, he's the Jews.
No weeds of the Jews.
He's the Jews.
Encino Man. What's mine? Alice Cooper for being Freddy's dad in Freddy's Dead, as well as greats like Prince of Darkness, Monster Dog, a great cameo in Wayne's World, and in a kick-ass episode of The Muppets. I'm sure he's been
That's
in other
right.
things.
He plays himself in the Dark Shadows movie too.
Does he?
Yeah, he's
Oh,
the
I
one that
forgot
performs
about
at the Manor.
All right, well, see? Another
The Johnny
reason.
Depp one?
Yeah.
I don't remember
that at all.
him.
I remember being like 8 or 9 years old and seeing Alice Cooper on the Muppet Show for the first time, and they introduced the guest as Alice Cooper, so I'm
Yeah.
waiting for a woman.
Right.
And then he shows up, and it's this guy with long black hair wearing red long johns
Mr.
with
Cooper.
these holes cut in them.
Yep.
And I'm like, wait, where's Alice? I remember asking my dad, where's that? That's Alice. That's Alice?
I mean, he's like borderline, like an 80-year-old woman.
Oh,
when you
yeah.
look
Yeah.
at
No,
him.
no, it's true.
Even when he was young, you were like,
Yeah.
Well, and in Dark Shadows, like he says the same thing because Johnny Depp's character, the vampire, is I think he calls him the Cooper lady,
the Cooper lady.
something like that.
the Cooper lady.
Bring me the Cooper woman.
Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
Good pick.
Does this guy know how to party or what?
I forgot how much I liked him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That dude, on the Muppet Show, he does Welcome to My Nightmare.
Yeah.
The fucking monsters like Sweetums and they come. Oh, it's so
Yeah.
I remember that.
Avid golfer.
Yeah, he is. He's
Yeah.
a very,
He's a golfer.
very avid golfer.
Got all that money.
He's a
Yes,
smart
that's
guy,
correct,
bitch.
Benjamin. That's
Yeah,
why they
he
did
knows
that.
how to pronounce
they did
Milwaukee.
That,
True.
Waynesboro
And
bit.
it's a good land.
Yeah.
No, stay. Hang out.
Yes,
We're
we'll
not
stay.
worthy.
Hangs out with you.
We're not worthy.
How about you, Derek?
Mine, music star and acting role, Gene Simmons. I never too young to die.
After 2 weeks ago.
Dude, well, the thing
Hey,
is,
The Runaway, right?
So-
The Runaway movie?
Oh, Runaway?
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, every time that I like you talk about anybody brings up the topic of musicians who have acted, the first one that always comes to mind has always been David Bowie.
Yeah.
But and it's kind of almost hard. Like I know that there's a lot of them that I like, but it takes me a while to like come up with them. Now, after seeing this movie, recently, I that
one.
role that performance has
as
embedded
Ragnar.
itself in me.
It wasn't the.
I will never forget it.
the movie that we watched where they're in the theme park.
Oh, yeah, the
wasn't
Phantom
one
of the
that-
Park.
That wasn't the one that set it
No,
off for
no,
you.
No, I didn't appreciate his.
And watching the extras of
his talent.
Ace Frehley giggle his ass off at the end.
That whole thing.
What was it? He was doing like a talk show with was it Tom Snyder?
Yeah.
And Ace Frehley's just giggling his freaking ass off.
Yeah, we watched it here.
Yeah,
right?
we
So
did
you're
watch
right.
it. It was the extras on the disc.
Trick or Treat. He's great in Trick or Treat.
Oh yeah. Is that the
that's
same
with,
one with Ozzy too?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
the one with Ozzy
Yeah.
and
Was it
Yeah.
Buddy from
Mark
Trick or Treat,
Family
not
Ties?
R-Treat,
Is that
yeah.
what it
Mark
is?
Price. Skippy.
Skippy.
From
Skippy
Family
from Family
Ties.
Ties.
Oh yeah.
Mallory. Didn't work. He went for Nick. Mallory.
I know.
How could
hey.
you not, though?
Poor man still
My demon lover.
Do you remember? Yes,
that's a fun one.
yes.
Yeah.
That's what I was just about to say.
Yeah.
I know. Remember it?
Yes.
Yep.
Didn't you? Was that the movie that? Oh no, it was My Boyfriend's Back. You said
Yeah, no,
you
Quinn's
showed
into
Quinn
that one,
All
yeah.
right.
Because she loves Lisa Frankenstein, and she
Right.
found out that this movie is very similar. So
Show her that
she might
one,
like My
too.
Demon
My
Lover as
Demon
well.
Lover.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
If
I'll show
she's
the
like her
kids
mom,
that.
she likes anything supernatural.
Yeah.
So.
That's how
that's always
I met
fun.
your mother. I was a demon once.
Yeah.
Runners up.
Okay, runners up.
All right, so I've got. Am I just going to run down the list?
Run down the list.
I've got the Ramones in Rock and Roll High School, which Mark and I saw partially while we went to see Joe Bob Briggs last month up in Boston.
Oh.
In Boston.
I was just processing what you had said you had
Yeah,
done,
so they
that's
did
cool.
a Joe Bob and Darcy the Mail Girl did a double feature, and it was Bubba Hotep and Rock and
Bubba
Roll High
Hotep,
School.
yeah.
And
fun. They
Mark
didn't do
and I spent the majority of Rock and Roll High School, unfortunately, in line waiting to meet Joe Bob and Darcy.
Yeah.
The line was not that long, but it didn't move very fast. So.
No, but I rewatched What We Missed.
Oh, did you? I haven't yet.
Rock and Roll High
Yeah,
School's great.
I've seen this movie a long time ago. And it's got PJ Souls in it, and the Ramones, and who's PJ's friend? That's the her best friend in it. She was kind of. It doesn't matter.
What a sound.
But yeah,
You like that sound? I can't remember.
but it was a fun movie.
I was trying to remember who the professor was.
Oh yeah,
Who sides with the kids?
yes. I forget her
He
name
was-
too.
He was somebody. No, it was a guy.
Oh, who was the woman then? The principal that was.
Oh, the principal was. You know what? Why don't we just look?
2 hours later.
Paul Bartel. That's who it is. Paul.
Okay.
Bartel.
Oh, Paul Bartel, yeah,
From Matinee, Gremlins 2. He's got a small part in The Usual Suspects. He's been in everything, man.
Alan Arkush. What else
Nice.
did he do?
So yeah, Ramones Rock and Roll High School.
Clint Howard. Yeah. Okay.
I've got more.
All right.
I've got more.
No. I was
okay.
saying
Sorry.
okay because now we know Rock and Roll. High
Oh,
School. I
gotcha.
wasn't
Sorry.
rushing it.
Sorry.
Don't be sorry.
See the sequel.
I've got Rock and Roll High School
Forever.
Corey
Corey Feldman.
With Corey
We will.
Feldman.
And then the
Corey
next
Feldman.
one was Rock and Roll High School and Robin.
Oh, that's the hits just keep on coming.
There we go.
You're just mad because you didn't think of it first.
True. It's true.
All
So
right.
my next one is Dolly Parton. 9 to 5.
I
Best
love-
Little Whorehouse in Texas. Rhinestone with Sylvester Stallone's Steel
Talk.
Magnolias,
Steel
Tito.
Magnolias,
And she also
Truvy.
recently did one episode of The Orville, remember?
Oh,
She showed up in The
Oh.
Orville.
When?
Because it was a hologram.
Was it season 3?
It might have been the
I
last
have not
one.
seen the last one.
Check it out.
I will.
Season 3 was awesome because
I didn't
those were
wanna
like
go
almost
back
like
because I knew it was
movies.
getting canceled.
Those episodes
Really?
were like an hour and a half a piece.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're awesome.
Oh, wow. That's
Yeah.
long.
And my last one is Iggy Pop, who was in a lot of Jim Jarmusch films, along with somebody else that Mark might be naming later.
I am
the
not
second
because
Crow?
I thought you were.
No, I left that one up to you, man.
I will throw that in there
Do it.
for
It's
both
yours.
of both
All right,
of
so
us, both of us.
also in Jim Jarmusch films like Dead Man, Coffee and Cigarettes, and The Dead Don't Die, Iggy Pop, also from the group Iggy and the Stooges, longtime collaborator, sometime collaborated with David Bowie.
Played Michelle Trachtenberger's dad in Pete and Pete.
Really?
Yeah.
Did not know that. All right.
Yeah, she was the girl with the broken arm.
Yes.
Yeah.
He played her dad.
Yeah.
And he was
Michelle
in,
Trachtenberg just died.
Yeah, R.I.P.
The late.
Yeah.
The late.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he was in Crow City of Angels. He plays one of the bad guys.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I think of what else.
Remember that movie?
Do I? I
Tito,
do. In
what
fact
do you
remember
got?
it. I got two, and I think I might have said this guy last time. I'm going Tupac, Gridlock,
You did,
Juice,
yeah.
Poetic Justice, Above the Rim. I love that movie. I don't know if I did this one. I love all of these movies, and I wish they were still making them. Kid and Play. I love all the house party films.
Yeah.
And I love Class Act, which was the other movie they
Forgot
did.
about that one.
Which were just fun and stupid, and I wish that movies like that still were made in the world.
Yeah. Like Good
Just
Burger.
absurd. Like Good Burger.
Yeah, stuff like
Just absurd. They just wanted to have a house party, man.
Soul Plane.
The Pajama Jammy Jam. That's a good one. Fucking, I love part 2. He goes to college. Yeah. That's all I got.
All right.
Kid and Play.
You might have. I don't know. I don't even remember what I picked, so I tried to go with ones that I was pretty sure, but I'm not positive. So I thought you were going to pick Tom Waits.
No, I left that to you, man.
I would have made him.
He's your boy.
I would have made him my runner. My runner-up.
Your number one?
Because I knew Alice Cooper. I've only recently discovered Tom Waits, and I feel it wouldn't have been fair to Alice Cooper because I grew up loving him.
Yeah, right.
But Tom Waits is fucking amazing.
Do it, man. Do Tom Waits.
My other runner-up is Dee Snider, who is so much fun in one of my favorite shows, Holliston. I also love him in Strangeland.
Strangeland. Who's the guy that's looking for him in that
Monk.
movie?
He's from Monk. The original Buffalo. No, not the original Buffalo Bill. Silence of the Levine.
Yeah.
Ted Levine.
Yeah, we brought him up a couple of weeks ago.
James Gumb.
I think yeah.
Oh, he's the. I don't even remember. I thought. Whenever I think about that movie, I always think of the actor from Herman's Head and the vampire movie that I was drawing a blank all of a sudden.
He's in Herman's Head.
He's Herman.
William Ragsdale.
William Ragsdale.
I always think it's
Fright
him
Night.
in that movie.
Fright Night.
Yes, Fright Night.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Yes, I don't know why it escaped me.
To piss me off.
I gotta see that. I gotta see that movie again because I remember
Fright
seeing
Night?
it.
I'll watch that with you
No,
again.
well, that, but Strangeland because
all right.
I remember seeing it a couple of times and really liking
the one
it.
with Ray Fiennes?
Yeah.
But that was fucking years ago.
Yeah,
That's the one with Ray Fiennes?
Strangeland?
No, that's
No.
Strange Days.
Strange Days. Sorry.
No.
Which one's Strangeland?
It's Dee Snider's Strangeland. It was like, I think it might have been a direct-to-video sort of
I
torture.
think that got
movie.
released.
Who was
I
the
think
star?
I went
Dee
to the
Snider?
theaters.
Dee Snider.
Did it really?
He's a serial killer, and
The cover of it is like it's kind of reddish and black, and it's this woman's face,
all
but her like lips are stitched together.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not ringing a bell at all.
Mike Gage, not Ted Levine. But he does look like Ted Levine.
Ted Levine. All right.
Is Mike Gage the one that's never
He
mind.
was in
That's not who I
Heat.
thought it
He plays Wangro in Heat.
All
I don't know
right.
if you've ever seen
Okay,
Heat.
they do. Okay. I've been thinking it was Ted Levine the old
Dude,
time.
I've been thinking it was Herman's Head.
All right, close enough.
Robert Englund's in it.
It's a good. It's
Linda Cardellini.
Wow.
Oh, shit. I gotta see this movie.
Love
again.
Linda Cardellini.
Amy
something's
Smart.
happening with her. She's
Love Amy
something
Smart.
Yeah,
new.
she's playing Jason's mom.
Thank you. Yes, and
What?
she's playing
And the TV
Jason's
show.
mom
Yeah, they're
as
making a
Crystal
TV
Lake.
show.
She's the
Is she
new
really?
Pam Voorhees.
Yeah, she's playing Pam Voorhees.
That's awesome.
Elizabeth Pena.
Love Elizabeth.
She's in
Payne.
that?
Jacob's Ladder. Oh,
We gotta
man.
see this movie. Strangeland.
All right.
I want to watch it now.
We will. Okay. Add that to the list.
I will.
Right over there.
Right over there. Yeah, right over
over
by the
there. We're
TV.
gonna
We got
watch
a
it.
post-it note. I'm
Do we got a dry erase board?
We should right here.
dry erase
We know
board?
what
Draw on
this-
that.
that's good. Strangeland,
Yeah.
Chinatown, True Romance,
Yeah.
Rock and Roll,
What's
High
the other
School
one we were
Forever.
talking about? Oh, Goodfellas, right?
Oh yeah,
And
Goodfellas is one
Yeah,
I've
you
never
have
seen.
not seen Goodfellas, and
I've never seen Goodfellas.
I was telling the guys,
I've never
I'm
seen
like, I'm gonna
Chinatown.
recommend good movies for a while.
Yeah.
for you
You ever
guys.
see Chinatown?
Yeah.
I have it. I had it on DVD before I bought it on Vudu. And
Oh, you got it on Vudu?
I honestly don't think I've ever seen it.
Well, he hasn't seen it, so
I've
even
never
if you
seen
know
it.
Or the
the end,
sequel.
don't
It's
say
still in
the
the plastic?
two
I,
Jakes to see
these guys were saying the Two Jakes is not that great.
Two Jakes
so.
is it's all right.
Yeah.
I mean, and very quickly, I have Iggy Pop, Ice Cube. I'm pretty sure I did Ice-T the last time, and I know I mentioned
might have.
Aaliyah. So
You did do
Oh, you
Aaliyah.
definitely
Yeah,
did.
'cause
I
I went on
remember
a
that.
I went back and I re-listened to the Labyrinth episode.
Yeah.
Ice-T, I've talked about plenty. I love him, but I also like Ice Cube, Louis Prima. man.
Oh.
Trumpet player,
Prima.
Yeah.
trumpet player,
Nice.
jazz singer, freaking
And King
Disney's-
Louis.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Weird Al and David Naughton from An American Werewolf in London and the Red Dot episode of Seinfeld because he was a pop singer. Apparently.
Was he really?
Oh, I didn't
that's
know
what
that.
John
I didn't know that
Landis
either.
said.
Cashmere,
He was
Georgie.
He sang in the Dr. Pepper commercials. I know
Evidently,
that.
He was also
Oh,
a pop
yeah. Wouldn't you
Yeah.
like to be a pepper? too?
Cashmere.
So that is mine. How about you?
Well, I'm going to piggyback off Romeo Must Die and say
it up.
DMX.
Yo.
Oh yeah.
Not
into
just that
movies?
movie, but
Yeah.
yeah, he's been in other things.
Exit
Exit
Wounds.
Wounds with Steven Seagal and
Cradle to the Grave.
Cradle to the Grave.
Rails
Yes.
to the Grave.
Who else? Oh, I also have a Louis Armstrong, who is in Hello Dolly.
Oh yeah.
That's right. He is.
To myself, what a
Thank you. That was fun.
I think we can all do a Louis Armstrong. That's pretty
And
good.
a shout out to Rod Digger.
What?
Oh, 13
13
Ghosts?
Ghosts.
She lived.
Yeah, she did.
She lived.
She made it through.
Rod Digger.
She was awesome. She was like
She's like
Oh,
Sharon
from the movie.
Elizabeth's friend in
Oh, I had no
13
idea.
Ghosts.
I didn't either.
She survives.
So yeah, those
She
are my-
makes it all the way to the end.
Nice.
I don't remember if Tony Shalhoub does.
Yeah.
But Rod Digger
Yeah.
and
No,
she
yeah,
and
yeah,
Elizabeth definitely
Doesn't
do.
everybody?
The four of them do.
They all do.
Yeah,
don't
Matthew
they?
Lillard sacrifices himself.
Yeah.
Oh, he dies. Yeah.
The chick gets squished.
Oh,
You see her eyeball pop out.
Matthew Lillard was in 13 Ghosts. Now he's doing Freddy movies.
It's gonna be a scream.
I seen ghosts that scream.
I see dead people.
Scary houses too. I hate being scared. How about you? And I think to myself, get the fuck out of here.
Beautiful.
Magical. That was amazing.
That was fun.
Honestly, I feel like the spirit of Louis was here with
Louis,
us.
Louis
He
is
would've loved
Yeah, he would have
friend
definitely
of the
left.
show.
Yeah.
He would have left. He would have got out of there.
Louis
For sure.
Armstrong.
Old Satchmo.
Yeah, no thank you. I'm out
Oh,
of here,
that
guys.
was beautiful.
I'll see you later.
That is that it.
That's
What
it.
a great way to end an appetizer.
Nice. Good job,
Singing.
boys. Good job.
Boy, oh boy.
No alcohol for me.
No.
This is
None
smart
whatsoever.
water. This is smart water.
Yeah.
It's making
It's
me
ironic.
smarter.
Yeah.
Don't you
Or I
think?
think it was making me smarter because I was more
Oh,
classy.
Alanis Morissette in
And Dogma.
Dogma.
Oh,
yeah.
No lines. That's not
No
a speaking
lines.
line in the
Nope.
entire
Exactly.
movie. She's perfect.
Yep. Exactly. Exactly.
Now we will reheat this again because I'm sure there are many
there's
more.
plenty more.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
sure.
like this reheated
Yeah,
appetizer
I think we should
thing.
revisit a few of the old
Yes,
favorites.
I agree. I do.
Oh, absolutely.
And maybe do the worst, like the ones we hate.
Ooh. Ooh.
You know?
Oh, wow. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Like, we-
sometimes
we
they're not
told you
always
what
good
we
the
like.
second time around.
That's right.
Yeah, let's.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Sometimes you got to put it in
Production
the
meeting.
toaster oven instead of the microwave.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they get mushy.
Apple stinkers. We'll call them
You might have to
apple
add some ketchup or some, butter or something
Exactly.
to the leftover. To
Load
make
it up with the salt
There you
pan.
go.
palatable.
A little spritz of olive oil before you heat it. There you go.
fun.
Gives it a nice crust.
Say when.
Say what you will, though. I like pizza bagels in the microwave better than the fucking toaster.
Yeah. All right. Whatever works.
It does.
Wait, pizza in the toaster?
My wife likes to air fry pizza bagels. You know, bagel bites.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
She puts them in the air fryer.
Instead
I put them
of-
in the microwave.
No, she's right because they'll be more crispy, right?
No, she's wrong. They're better chewy.
Oh,
You like
see, I
them
don't-
chewy?
Oh, you suck them in your mouth and they it's the best thing in the world, man. Don't do it that way. And there goes the classiness, just like that.
Oh, like there was ever any.
We had it
You
briefly.
give us too much credit, Mark.
That's true. I was being nice. So, shall we get to the main course?
The
You're doing a good job over there, Tito. Doing a good job. Tito was like jiving to them, like he had the touch of God in him.
It was touching me. It was really.
Is that where my finger went?
It spoke to me. It spoke to me.
The gospel according
It
to
spoke
Tito.
to me.
And when there was no meat, we ate fowl. And when there was no fowl, we ate crawdad. And when there was no crawdad to be found, we ate sand.
You ate what?
We ate sand.
You ate sand?
That's right.
Hey, remember A Hard Day's Night?
Yeah, I do.
Well, you do. Well, what if you had a hard day's night with twice the girl power and 3 times less the talent? Ooh. You would have Spice World, a movie where the famous for 15 minutes girl pop group, the Spice Girls, maybe a little longer if you're Derek, right, decided that their fans, all 5 of them, would love to come watch them do more than just sing and look pretty by doing said movie where they pretty much just run around, sing, and look pretty. And that all the men were dragged to this movie by their girlfriends would love to see this movie because, you know, they were hoping that they would wrestle or get naked or something like that. And they didn't. So, hey, nothing's perfect. But what starts with them getting ready for a big concert at London's Royal Albert Hall soon becomes a Muppet movie of an adventure complete with dream sequences, flashbacks, hilarious antics, and aliens at one point. Because why not? And if that's not painful enough, we even have a subplot with a smear campaign by a douchebag CEO newspaper guy who tries to destroy their reputation and expose them as nothing more than talentless hacks. Which audiences probably figured out after the first 10 minutes of this flick, but you already shelled your money out for it, and the movie became a huge blockbuster, so joke's on you. Enjoy. And join us, won't you, for a musical romp with 5 sexy romps shaking for the camera, while studio execs delude them into thinking it was their musical talent that got them the gig. Although maybe I'm in the wrong.
Yes.
Because now one of them is a judge on America's Got Talent.
I think she left.
Yeah, I don't think she is anymore.
Well, the irony of it all. Either way, because should she really have been there in the first place?
Yes.
Gentlemen,
she was great.
Opening thoughts.
Go ahead.
Derek,
Brian.
you're the best. Yeah, she should. Shut the fuck up.
So, I first saw this movie a couple of years ago when we were at your house.
Yes.
When we were recording.
Making out? Oh.
Yeah, no.
It was a Netflix and chill kind of night.
It was. I like you, Derek. You have a gentle touch.
Spooning. I was on the floor.
When I was redoing the basement and we had to move the recording to your house
temporary
for a little bit.
Yeah.
And it was after we had recorded, I think you decided to throw this movie on. I had never seen it before. Obviously, I was aware of the Spice Girls. Anybody who was anyone in the 90s knew who the Spice Girls were.
For sure.
But I had never seen the movie. And I got to say, it was okay. It was okay.
I'll take it. That's fine.
It was kind of like I had said in my appetizer, it was a little Hard Day's Night. It was a little Help.
Help!
But not enough of either.
Right.
And it was there. It was your typical, rock star trying to do a road trip, kind of be funny, trying to do a fake origin story kind of thing, and
capitalize on the
some
success
of it worked.
The band.
Yeah, exactly. Some of it worked. A lot of it didn't.
The credits worked.
Yeah,
the credits worked nicely. It started.
Oh, I think the credits are hilarious.
Yeah,
actually, they're really funny.
That's all I got.
That's fine. I'll take it. I appreciate that your candidness and, and your agreeability. And
Derek's gonna peel his face off. He's gonna be fucking Victoria Beckham. Is that what's gonna happen? We're like Emma Bunton. Is that who's on? I bet it's been me the whole time, you motherfuckers.
Oi!
He's gonna be like Cerberus. He's gonna have all 5 hands.
Oh my god! The tiny Versace dress, or the tiny Versace dress. I thought that was fucking hysterical.
It's Gucci. It's Gucci.
Oh, it's Gucci.
The little Gucci dress. The little Gucci dress.
The fact that he remembers anything from this movie.
That shit made me laugh.
Give him credit.
You can't see.
There's a lot of humor in, like actual good humor in this movie.
You can't see
it,
but
I can't find it. But
I think it was the ice cream brand that was in the background.
Good humor.
You can't see it on air, but Derek is actually wearing his Union Jack dress right now.
That's right.
And he looks great in it.
He does.
You look great.
You've lost a lot of weight.
I know. My tits aren't as big as they used to be.
Yeah.
Like a young Melanie
It's okay.
Chisholm.
Jerry Halliwell didn't have huge cans either.
I beg
God.
to differ. You know, yeah,
They were fine, but they were huge.
Fine.
They were fine.
Yeah, this movie's okay. The only thing I was telling these guys before you came, Derek, that the only thing I remember about this movie is that there's a pregnant girl who gives birth, and they watch it happen. Mm-hmm. That's the only thing I remember about this movie.
Yeah.
And then I watched it the other night, and there's like a really cool idea in there, I think.
Yeah.
Because there's a few different things going on. It's like semi-meta. Because the end flips and it's like, oh, they've been actually, the movie that George Wendt is pitching, they've actually been doing this whole time.
Yeah.
Kind of think the phone call's coming from inside the house. And I really like that they make fun of each other throughout the movie.
Yeah.
And they're really good sports about it. I think it's really funny because, the American perspective of the Spice Girls is kind of like, I don't want to say a flash in the pan. They had like 2 pretty big albums.
Right.
But then once America's done with you, we assume that the rest of the world is done with you.
Right.
And that's really not those guys are still fucking really famous where they're from. It's like Kylie Minogue. Like she had some hits in
yeah.
Dude, she's still a fucking star.
She's a superstar.
In Europe and Australia.
She played at the White House.
Right. Exactly.
So did Stormy Daniels. So, you know.
But yeah, it's kind of like it could be a lot better.
Yeah.
I actually like the music. I think, they had a bunch of hits. They're fun. That's a fun band. They had a bunch of hits. They played a bunch of songs that I knew. The songs that I didn't know, I was like, oh yeah, I don't care for that song. I'm glad I never heard it. But overall, it's just like it's not a bad movie, but it's not necessarily a very good one. But I could see what they were kind of trying to go for. And I love all of the cameos in it.
Yeah.
And I really love that Richard E. Grant is actually fucking trying to act this movie to life.
Yeah.
He's very good. Alan Cummings looks 12 years old. I don't know if you've seen him recently. He does not look like that anymore.
No.
I was like, holy shit.
And this was around the same time as he did GoldenEye, or like within a few years of it.
Yeah, because this was 97. I think GoldenEye was
96 or 5. Yeah. So within like 2 years, plus or minus. I mean,
dude, he was so young. I'm like, holy shit, dude. That guy could play Nightcrawler. I don't know about new Alan Cummings.
I know, right?
By the way, Derek, you forgot your water bottle here 2 weeks ago. Grab it on your way out.
I remember.
It's got the Alan Cummings. I saw the Alan Cummings sticker.
That's right. The
naked picture of Alan Cummings.
On your water bottle.
I am invincible.
But yeah, that's all right. That was all right.
No, go ahead. Lay into me. I'm ready for it. Because you know what? This set me. I'm okay. Because go ahead. Because I know.
Mark doesn't like to smile. That's his whole thing. So
I don't like
him smile.
Mark doesn't like having fun.
I don't like fun. I don't like this movie. However, despite the puns in this intro and the jiving, if you will, the jabs, not the jiving. Tito was jiving earlier.
For sure.
I'm not going to call it a bad movie because it made a lot of money and a lot of people went to see it.
A lot of bad movies
people
make
liked
money.
it.
I know.
Shut up, man. It's my turn. I'm trying to defend it the best I can. I'm searching for something good here. Where was I? See,
it's not good.
He's not reading from a card, folks.
I'm not reading from a card.
This is coming from the heart.
This is from the fart. Right there, not from my heart. I didn't like the movie that enough. I'm talking from the fart. I don't like this movie, but people do. So, it's not a terrible movie for them. It's just not the movie for me. I was never a huge Spice Girls fan, and this movie, it's just very loud and obnoxious and nonstop. Kind of like me. So maybe it was just like watching, an hour and then how long was the movie?
It's an hour and a half.
It's an hour and a half of me.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is. Reminds me of myself. Perhaps that's why. We'll go the psychological route, okay?
Oh, okay.
You like that one?
Yeah, I like that.
All right.
That's a
I'll
good
give you
spin,
the details when we get to the categories, but it was hard to watch. It's a hard to watch movie. And this is me. Maybe I can't even joke through it because it's just I don't know what it is. What the hell is it? What's going on?
He loves feeding other people shit. But
I know.
He doesn't like the taste of it when it's force feeding
how
him.
interesting.
Right?
It's true.
You know what? This movie for an hour and a half probably could have been like 15 minutes shorter though. Honestly.
I thought you meant 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I was like,
no, cut 15 minutes out of it.
Even Mark said, and I agreed with him, that there's not much plot in this movie.
There is no plot in this movie.
Yeah.
It really is a lot of just them telling jokes and
ragging on each other.
Being loud. And,
I know. Trust me. I wrote the synopsis.
All right. So the synopsis
You wrote
should
the
only...
movie?
Might as well have.
That's all I got.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how about your?
We've heard your dad
opening
jokes.
thoughts?
All right. So
I'm sorry. Who's everybody's favorite Spice Girl?
None.
Oh, that's easy.
None. I always like Ginger Spice.
Which one was the redhead?
Ginger Spice.
The redhead's fine.
Yeah.
Now I like
Cherry
Emma
Halliwell.
Button. Now I like Baby, but I love Ginger Spice.
First one to
I
quit
don't
the
like
band.
Baby. Baby is very uncomfortable.
Baby smell.
Baby smell.
Baby smell.
like
She dresses like a baby. There's something very creepy and To Catch a Predator-y about it. I don't
That's why I
it.
like Jerry when I was young, because she was like, "That's a woman."
Yeah.
That is the woman.
And now I see Baby Spice now just is like a woman. She
Right.
doesn't do any of that
she's-
shtick.
yeah.
She's just.
But she's trying to be
She
a
was,
baby.
only, she was
It's
really the youngest
fucking
one, too.
disturbing.
Wasn't she was only like 20 when the band started, right?
Oh, is that how she got her name?
No, well,
Baby
somebody
Spice?
gave them all their names.
Baby
Somebody
and
wrote a story
Posh
about
and-
them and gave them the nickname, so they're like, "Fuck you, we'll take them."
Who's your
We'll
least
get to
favorite?
that
Who's your
information.
least favorite Spice Girl?
Posh.
I might be Posh also.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody likes the
never impressed.
Richies.
I don't like the rest of them.
I low key like Mel C.
Same.
Who's the one? Who's scary Spice?
You know what she reminds me
Mel
of?
See. Oh, is
Mel
it?
B.
Oh,
I
okay.
We watched
Mel
it
B.
today. There's
So Mel
scenes
C
in that
is
movie.
sporty?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All
But
right.
there's scenes in this movie, not so much when she's like in her sporty gear, but she reminds me of Liza Dushku.
A little bit. I
There's
can
like
see that.
there was
Oh, yeah,
some
I can see
scenes where
that.
I was like,
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
one?
Sporty.
I like
Mel C.
snaggle teeth also. I like a snaggle tooth
You
on a
do,
woman.
don't you?
I love
You
the
have
character. It's
You're
like a
talking
little
about
character.
You're talking about British people, Tito. That's pretty much a
I know,
given.
but everybody else's teeth was fine. Mel C kept her
Fine,
original
yeah.
teeth. She's got like Tom Cruise's old teeth.
character.
You know?
It's characters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Smiles like a vandalized graveyard.
exactly.
Friend of the show, Britain.
Oh, friend of the show, yeah, the United Kingdom. Friend of the show.
All right.
All right. So
Let's go. This should only take 5 minutes. There's not much to talk about.
To six.
some people.
We'll give you 6.
All right.
6 minutes on the clock, Derek.
All right.
Run it down.
Stop me.
That's what we need there. The timing.
I yield, Mr. Senator. Some people have seen this movie. Some people have not. Some people
I didn't ask you your opening thoughts. I'm sorry.
No, that's what I'm just doing.
All right.
now.
Oh, okay.
Do that.
Oh, okay. I
and
thought you
go
were
right
doing a
into the
synopsis.
synopsis.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
So
yeah.
I actually have seen this movie 7 times in the theater. And
7 times in the theater.
7
hell
times
is
in
the
the
matter with
theater.
How many times
Silver
not
City
in
Gallery.
the theater?
Oh, I don't know.
Countless?
Countless. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Over the years, yeah.
So why
I've
did you
watched a
write
lot.
something down? Can't you just do this off the top of your head?
I could, but whiskey and other things. So I want to make sure I'm
Okay.
Was whiskey
presentable.
the reason you saw it 7 times in the theater?
No,
Oh.
no. I was a Spice Girls fan.
So you just
I know.
Wow.
It's
I don't remember
sad but
Ferris
true.
being absent 9 times. 7 times.
7 times at the
Derek
mall.
is just leading you down the primrose path.
I mean, and several of those times was on my own, just at the mall. And
Did you say all 7 were alone?
No. Some of those 7.
Oh,
times.
I thought you said 7 times by myself.
Other times I
Derek,
dragged
this
people.
is making me sad.
6 times I had pants on.
This held the record until Batman Begins. I saw
I know
Batman
you like
Begins
these
8
guys.
times.
I didn't realize you liked it that much. That's-
now
Dude, I was a huge
Shit,
fan.
now I feel
I fell
bad.
in love with like everything Britain. The
Yeah?
Spice Girls. No, I don't want to say the
Your
Spice
teeth
Girls
are
introduced
very
me to the
jagged,
Beatles.
though.
Yeah, so you
But-
started pulling your teeth out?
Dude,
I became such an Anglophile.
John Lennon just rolled over in his grave. I don't want to say the Spice
No.
Girls introduced me to the
No,
Beatles.
because I knew.
That's the craziest thing you've ever said on the show.
Derek, I'm coming for you.
No, wait. I have to clarify.
Foxborough can be a
Does that
lonely
work?
place on a Saturday night. And this is only Thursday morning.
I know where you are. Sleep with one eye open, you know.
That's out of context.
Sorry,
Hold
sorry,
on.
Derek. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
let's hear about
Let me
it.
explain.
And
Because
scene.
I knew, obviously I knew who the Beatles were. I
Yeah.
had seen Yellow Submarine when I was younger. I knew who they were. I wasn't that big into British culture, and thus I didn't really like care much about British music.
Sure.
And so when I became a fan of these ladies, these
Spice Girls,
these
yeah.
talented young women.
Say the Spice
The
Girls.
Spice Girls.
Yeah.
I started I don't know, I kind of got into the British thing, and it kind of led me down a rabbit hole where I was like, oh wow, this music is really good, and I like all these songs. I didn't realize it was kind of when I really started learning more about them. Now they're my favorite band of all time. I love the Beatles, but there were so many things that I didn't know that they wrote. Some of the stuff that's on Meet the Beatles, I didn't know they wrote any of that.
Yeah.
I had heard it other versions. A lot of their songs had been covered by other people, so I didn't realize. It pushed me into being a Beatles fan. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Brian wants to say
I just
Go
want to
ahead.
interject. No, because it kind of piggybacking on Did I just stumble over my own words?
Yes, I've been doing it all
Kind
night.
of
It's smart
piggybacking
water.
on what you were just saying about the Beatles not knowing what they wrote.
Right.
Funny story is, and this goes back to our last appetizer, the reheated one. I remember we were talking about the Beatles and how my wife had like 3 CDs that she listened to all the time when we first started dating, and it
It was
was
like the Spider-Man soundtrack.
the Spider-Man 2 soundtrack, it was the Threesome soundtrack, and it was the Aaliyah vampire one.
Queen of the Damned.
Queen of the Damned. Yeah.
I don't know if it was on one of those soundtracks, but it could have been something else. But my wife did not realize that the Beatles wrote Across the Universe that was covered by Fiona Apple.
Oh, right.
Oh.
In,
And I don't know if it was on one of those or if it was
It's from Pleasantville.
probably
It is
from
in Pleasantville.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember that video.
So I was listening to it in the car, and she's like, "What? This is?" And I'm like, "It's the Beatles." She's like, "No, this is that song by Fiona Apple." I'm like, "Yeah, the Beatles wrote it." She said, "No."
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Did you
I'm
leave
like,
her
"Are
on
you
the side
kidding
of the
me?
road because that
Are
would
you
have been
kidding me? You
justified.
did not know the Beatles wrote Across the Universe.
Sorry,
Great song.
Kathy.
Great
Wow.
song.
So yeah,
There's a
I
really
can
good
relate.
there's a really good version of it on the I Am Sam soundtrack too.
Of which
Oh, because
song?
it's all
Across the
Beatles
Universe?
covers.
all Beatles
It's
covers.
all Beatles
Yeah,
covers.
I am
Yeah.
Sam.
Yeah, that's the
I wanna
Sean
say-
It's
Sean
Sean
Penn movie.
Penn.
Sean Penn.
Is it
when he
Elliott
goes-
Smith that does it?
Oh, I don't recall.
I can't remember. But it's a really good version.
But go ahead, Derek. I'm sorry if I
Beautiful.
sidetracked.
No, so-
derailed
so-
you.
I mean,
So
we're
yeah,
on Beatles.
Obviously, I'm a big Spice Girls fan. I love British humor. I absolutely love anything that the BBC puts out, like all the different comedy series, and not just the newer ones.
Monty Python, the Goodies.
from Monty Python to absolutely fabulous, Faulty Towers. You know, there's
Fawlty Towers
so
is
many
fabulous.
Oh, Are You Being Served is one of my absolutely favorite things, and actually the guy that directed this movie,
The IT Crowd
is behind it. Yes, oh god, absolutely. So like they have a very distinct style of comedy, and it's goofy, and I love it. So I love so many of the actors that show up in it.
It's kind of a strange juxtaposition, don't you
Yeah.
think? Because like when you think British people, they're like posh and like
Right.
aloof, and then their humor is
Right.
so like bizarre
Bawdy and-
and silly, like you said. And
Right.
they've just got such a strange way of looking at things.
Yeah, I mean, it's essentially a spoof on Hard Day's Night, and I love movies like that. I love that you referenced the Muppet movie. I totally agree, and I'm a fan of that. So I think that's like all those combinations of what they were going for or what they hit. That's I think what made me a fan of this. I mean, I was gonna be a fan regardless because I was in love with Baby Spice. And that's really what it boiled down to. I became a Spice Girls fan because
When
I had
to
a crush.
become one. Yeah.
I saw them live too.
Yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah, when they came, it was
Dude, it must have been
it was
packed.
after Jerry had already left, but when they came, they came to Great Woods and I saw them.
Did they replace her
No, they never
with a
did. It was
different
just the four of
spice?
them.
They just performed. Yeah.
There's many other spices out there.
There is
to choose
pumpkin
from.
and old and ice.
oregano,
Yeah. Oh, turmeric.
cumin spice.
Cumin.
Ladies and gentlemen, cumin
Nutmeg.
spice.
You know what? Together, we're Old Spice.
We're
That's
Old
right.
Spice.
Oh shit, son.
Or allspice too.
Curry spice.
All right. Anyway, so and like you had said, Tito, that they were really good sports about making fun of themselves. I always give much respect to anybody that can do that because it's once you're
Dude, they
famous.
she makes a joke about Jerry Halliwell getting topless, and I was like, oh
Right?
shit.
Yeah,
I remember when she was naked in a fucking magazine.
I remember that video. There was a video that was like a big expose thing.
Yeah. Apparently, she did that before she was in the Spice
before.
Girls.
Yeah, it was when
before.
she was much younger.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I loved it. It's always going to be one of my I won't say favorites.
Yeah, just say it.
It's good. It's
Love
a
the
fun movie.
Love the fucking movie. I don't care.
And I do. I have
Live your life.
I have a good time when I watch.
Don't be
it.
ashamed.
Yeah, live your life.
Live your life.
And
Live your
you can read into that
Boo-boo.
however you want.
Do you, boo boo?
Do your don't ever say that again. That's awful. Don't. Yeah.
All right. So, Spice World, 1997, directed by Bob Spears, who, as I just mentioned, worked on Are You Being Served, Faulty Towers, and Absolutely Fabulous. Written by Kim Fuller, based on an idea by the Spice Girls.
Is she married to Simon Fuller?
No, it's his sister.
Oh, okay.
Oh, for real?
Yep.
I want to be in the writing room for that.
He's in
one.
that, right?
I want to
He
see the
makes a little-
Spice Girls
he's a
try to
little
write.
cameo in the movie.
Who?
Simon Fuller. Doesn't he pop up in the background
Simon
somewhere?
Fuller.
I thought he did.
He might be in the background. I don't know. He's not one of like the big cameo, like the obvious.
He's no Meatloaf.
He's no George Wendt.
Starring the Spice Girls, of course. Richard E. Grant, Alan Cumming, George Wendt, Claire Rushbrook, Roger Moore, Mark McKinney, and Meatloaf. Yes, Meatloaf.
Meatloaf a day keeps the doctor away.
This movie is listed among the 100 most enjoyable bad movies ever made. Golden Raspberry Award.
What number?
It's I don't know. But it's
I know it got like 3.7 out of 10 on IMDb.
Yeah.
Better or worse than Glitter? I'm curious.
Oh, wow.
I've seen Glitter. It's better than Glitter.
Better than Glitter.
Yeah, it's better than Glitter.
Crossroads.
It's a bad movie. I saw that movie too. Yeah, it's a terrible movie.
When the girls reunited in 2007, Richard E. Grant presented the girls on stage, and he plays the manager in this movie. This movie broke the highest ever weekend debut for a Super Bowl weekend with $10,527,222.
Remember when that was like a lot of
I know,
money?
right?
A lot of money.
Yeah, that's chump
a hit.
change.
Yeah.
We're talking about a shitload of money.
Now you make 70 million.
Well, I mean,
like,
you got to
flop.
think too. It probably made that much in that weekend. It probably only cost like maybe $1 or $2 million.
Maybe.
The girls did not really become a band as friends. Much like the little origin story in the movie. They answered an ad in a magazine where they were chosen, and the band originally called Touch was formed and trained.
Much like the
Trinity
Monkees.
Records, yes. Emma was actually a late addition, replacing another girl after 6 months.
I would have liked to have seen that origin.
That was like the original Yellow Ranger.
Oh, that's right.
She filmed the original episode and then was asked for a little more money.
Oh,
and they were
really?
like, "Get the fuck out of here," because she couldn't afford. She couldn't afford to live in California where they were filming.
Oh,
so they booted her.
Wow.
Well, you should have stayed with the gig then. If you would have made some.
True.
Yes?
She gambled. She lost.
I think they made like $500 an episode.
Really? Royalties.
Well, but they had to have like renegotiated it. Well, no, I guess they did.
No, they recast everybody.
They recast anybody who wanted more money. They gave them the boot.
Maybe that's why they do it.
Yeah.
That's how you do
I
it.
guess so.
But I digress. Tell me about these Spice Girls.
Yeah.
Oh, these girls. Okay. Well, we open the movie with what is essentially a music video. Too Much by the Spice Girls themselves.
Amen to that.
From this segment. It's a new track from their sophomore album entitled Spice World. I said the name of the movie.
He did it.
If you're not a fan of the girls, you already aren't enjoying it. But then again, if you're not a fan, why are you watching it?
Because you told.
Because you made us.
too.
All right. Well, being a co-host on some crazy guy's podcast.
Or yeah.
All right. While they perform, we get a glimpse of some of the other players in this thespian masterpiece. Alan Cumming is a documentarian named Pierce Covington Smythe. Smythe.
He's British. Smythe.
It's the Royal Smythe family, yeah.
And he's along with his Kyle Gass-like sound man and his Balgrog from Street Fighter cameraman. That's what it reminded me of. No, because in the Street Fighter movie, like it's
Oh, they're the cameraman.
That's
That's
right.
true.
it could very well have been the same actor.
That was freaking E. Honda was the cameraman. No,
Yeah.
right? Wasn't he a
And
cameraman?
Grandel Bush is Balrog. Yeah.
Grandel Bush. That's what this movie needed.
We also meet their manager Clifford, played by Richard E. Grant, and his assistant Deborah.
I'm glad he became Loki because he's so Loki in this fucking movie.
Oh, he totally is, complete with the green
He's like,
suit.
with the suit,
that
all that
suit is
shit.
fire. Oh,
Yeah, we'll
I
get
love
you
that
one.
suit. I would wear it gladly.
I hope so.
I would. Clifford is definitely a business first, fun later kind of manager, and the girls are a constant headache for him as they walk the halls of the television program that they're filming. We meet the film's first British big name cameo, Sir Elton John. Thus begins a who's who, a plethora of British celebrities that appear in this movie.
Bet you he never listened to one Spice Girls song.
No, he did.
Bet you he did.
He was really good friends with them.
That's what he says.
No, that's what everybody says.
I'll be
There is
convinced when he
evidence.
shows up with the Spice Girls album.
Well,
I'm gonna.
he may have.
They'll let anybody be a knight. I mean, they really will, dude. Like, you just gotta live long enough or make enough money. I don't know. You have to be like
you
a
had to
fucking
do
hero.
things. You
I
had
thought
to,
you
like-
had to be a hero to be a knight.
Yeah,
Don't
right.
let
You
anybody be a fucking
princesses and
knight.
slay dragons and
Yeah.
shit, but now you
Says Sir Tito.
can Sir Tito lot,
Dude,
right?
I've been waiting, man. I've been
Or
waiting.
like Wart over there.
I have
Waiting to pull us sword.
Always a bridesmaid, never a bride.
Squire. Wart.
Anyway, the girls emerge from the building to a sea of screaming fans making their way to their Union Jack double-decker tour bus.
That bus was cool.
It contains personalized areas, Brian, that coincide with the amped-up personas the girls were marked with off-screen.
The bus did remind me of the TARDIS. It was way bigger on the inside.
Oh, it's enormous. Yeah.
Way bigger on the inside.
It's a studio for sure.
Oh, big time. Big time. Lots of green screen, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they have their own nests.
So, they have their own little areas. The group's bus driver, Dennis, played by Meatloaf. The girls take turns making remarks, comments, exclamations that continue to ramp up each of their different personalities in a somewhat forced yet cute way.
Yeah.
Emma, the innocent baby spice, Jerry, the sultry ginger, Mel C, the sporty ruffian, Victoria, the posh high-end fashionista, and Mel B, who is scary because she wears animal patterns.
I guess.
She's very intense.
She's a little intense.
She's quite intense.
I guess. I don't
She's
know.
like screaming in the camera a lot of the movie.
She's also an idiot.
But in the movie,
Scale it
they're
back.
playing like
They're
ramped
playing up
versions.
yeah,
right,
for sure.
Right.
They're playing up the
So
characters.
they're not like that in real life.
No,
All right.
no.
Well, that's good then.
As far as I know, I
think
didn't know
they
them
are.
personally.
Yeah, I got the
Only in
what
my
do you call
dreams.
that?
They're exaggerated personas of themselves.
yeah.
Exaggerated personas.
Say what do you call that? That word? Satire.
There's a word.
Yeah.
Like a satire.
It's kind of like what we do.
Satirical.
We're not like this off the show. We're more mellow.
Yeah, we're more reserved.
It's true.
Right.
Yeah, we're
I
very.
talk like this when I'm off the show. This is actually my real voice.
My name's Mark McCreiner.
Don't get him started. Keep going.
All right, so the girls announced a special concert at Albert Hall, at London's Royal Albert Hall. Watching this is a film producer, played by George Wendt, and a screenwriter, Mark McKinley of Kids in the Hall,
Yeah.
who realized that their next movie should be about these pop icons. Back on the bus, Clifford gets a call from the Chief. The Chief is played by Roger Moore. And in Blofeld meets Charlie from Charlie's Angels kind of thing.
Yeah.
Do you think he's ever listened to a Spice Girls song?
No, absolutely not. No.
The Spicy Girls. Who
I
are
think
these?
he, like a lot of other people in this movie, did this movie because their kids or their nieces or nephews were.
Or they just needed a paycheck.
That's true.
Much like the director.
Richard E. Grant did it for the money, but he also had nieces that were fans. But yeah, these scenes, these little cut scenes.
Well, they all do it for the money. That's their job.
But sometimes you're like, I could do this movie or I could do this movie.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm going to do
That's
this
true.
movie
That's
because
true.
my niece is a fan of these guys.
Yeah.
Versus,
A la Street Fighter. Let's bring it back full circle.
Oh, yeah.
Raul
Julia's
does
last
the movie because
That's right.
his kids
His
like
kids
Street
were fun.
Fighter.
Thanks a lot, Raul Jr. Could have fucking been the Addams Family, but no. You had to give him Street Fighter. What did he play?
it wasn't the Addams Family, fool.
I said it could have been the Addams Family. His
last.
Oh.
Pay attention.
Another Addams Family film, like maybe a third
one.
We could have
The
had
third one had
we-
Tim Curry, though, so.
No, fuck that. It wasn't as good.
I didn't see that.
We could have had a remarkable Addams Family trilogy.
Was that the one with Daryl Hannah as
Yes.
Morticia?
Yes.
Yeah, no.
I know.
I didn't see that.
But little Raul Jr. said, "Daddy, I like Street Fighter." And so it shall be done.
Come on, he's the best part about that movie.
He is.
So come on.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree.
All right.
I think it's Kylie Minogue.
All right. What'd you say?
I think it's Kylie Minogue.
Oh.
It's E Honda.
Sweet Angel. She's in my favorite Doctor Who episode.
Doctor Who.
Oh, the spaceship Titanic?
Yeah, I love that shit. That's such a fucking awesome episode.
All right. See?
Tell us about some other
We're on
Brits.
track.
Next, the girls are at a rehearsal space practicing with their live band, singing a song from their debut album.
This song I recognized. I did recognize this one.
Good, excellent. They've embedded their way into your mind, Mark.
It's only the beginning.
The way that Alan Cumming is playing Pierce, he's like this, thinks he's brilliant documentary director. So you see him, he's filming the girl's unofficial sixth girlfriend, a pregnant woman named Nicola, played by Torchwood's Nako Mori. The girls stopped their practice to check on her.
She was on Torchwood.
She was on Torchwood. Only in the first season, I think. Yeah.
She was in one season of I
What?
can't remember what it was.
Oh,
I love Torchwood.
Torchwood was great.
But yeah, so she shows up, she's pregnant, the girls stop their practicing, then rush over, and we get a little Wayne's World cutaway of what each of the Spice Girls would be like as mothers.
Oh, God, this scene was torture.
It's
I
not.
thought that was
It's
fun. I
It
liked
was
it.
horribly bad.
talking about seeing them only once a month because they go to boarding school.
Oh,
and,
she's awful. These are awful mothers.
and you know what? It wouldn't
I
surprise
thought Jerry
me.
looks so hot in her fucking.
Yeah.
Right?
She looks smoking in her fucking outfit.
She did.
And her
She's
kids-
drinking, too, while
I
she's
know.
pregnant.
Her kids, Brucey and to me upstairs making noise.
I got that. I missed that one.
Clever.
I missed
Bruce and
That's
Demi.
not that clever. Beavis and Butthead.
Baby Spice pregnant again, and she's
Baby
had
smell.
6. And
6 babies.
Diapers smell.
I'd be making babies forever with her.
6.
Too.
Danny
And a
Derek saw
baby
this movie
outfit.
7
See,
times.
Chris Hansen's right around the corner. Derek, have a seat. Have a seat. We have the
You
transcripts
crossed
right
2
here.
state lines with a 6-pack of Zima and a pack of condoms?
Derek, you're
What
new.
were you thinking?
You're new, Derek. What are you here for? I see you holding the rattle.
Oh, God.
Oh Jesus!
Go on, Derek,
All
please.
right.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I'm having a lot of fun with this one.
They go back to rehearsing, and we get a full version of, almost full version of "Say You'll Be There" from that debut album.
Hold me like the river.
That's a fun one. Is that the one when they're in the desert
Yes,
and they're throwing like fucking boomerangs and shit?
Yeah.
That's a fun
Yep.
video.
Yeah.
they did. They had some fun.
Yeah.
They,
And that little
They were
kid throws
fun,
it, and that guy loses his fingers. That's awesome. Oh, wait. Wrong movie.
The throwing stick is boomeranged back this way.
So far we have the girls preparing for a concert. We've got an uptight manager being controlled by a man in the chair. They have a pregnant friend who's due to deliver any moment, a documentary team who think they're making an epic documentary, and a movie producer looking to get the girls to star in a movie. But wait, there's more.
There's more.
It's a scream, baby.
I'll be right back. We next meet crooked newspaper editor Kevin McMaxford, portrayed by Dame Edna himself, Barry Humphries. McMaxford has had enough of the Spice Girls, even though he helped them climb to the top with his newspaper.
I'm done.
He seeks to spice things up a bit himself for the papers by finding something to turn the people against them. Kevin instructs his right-hand man, Jason Fleming, playing Brad. He tells him he will find someone to take care of it. This is obviously over-the-top humor. By the end of it, there's...
What are you looking at me for?
Because I know.
I know what you're thinking.
Yeah.
Did I fire 6 shots or 7?
I mean,
1 + 2.
Derek is not so
Well, there's only
subtle
5
that like
Spice
you
Girls,
wouldn't
Mark,
get
so-
that it's over it's raining in the office.
Right.
It
Like,
is there. The
And I
humor is
love
very
that.
in your
It's not subtle.
And Jason Fleming's
No
line,
subtleties.
he's like, I'll find someone. I just wish he wouldn't get so upset. Like, it's, I don't know.
It's funny.
It's funny.
The way
It's
you
funny.
tell the
You see?
joke.
Yeah, it's funny. It is funny.
And the spitting, the guy, he's like his character. He gets all close. There's just like little British humor things. The cure for, and if they find a cure for deja vu, and if they find a cure for deja vu, and if they find a cure for deja vu, and if they find a cure for deja vu, and if they find a cure for deja vu, and if they find a cure for deja vu.
And they run it
if
back.
they run it
that's
back,
just
and he says
hilarious.
the same thing. It's fantastic. I don't know. Whatever. People don't
I didn't
appreciate
even
it.
see. I didn't even catch that part.
Yeah,
No,
same.
see, you got to look for all these nuances.
Well, I'm very white and ignorant. I couldn't understand half of what they were saying. I needed the subtitles. Thick accents.
Then we cut away to the bus driving around the city. Cliff is making these announcements on the bus, like to the girls, and this one I think is one of the funniest ones. Warning to all: it's dangerous to store moisturizing cream in the refrigerator because it can be mistaken for mayonnaise. That is all. Like, I love those.
It's a funny one.
And it's happened.
They break all the
you?
fucking
It's
toilets
happened.
with massive
What the hell are
shits.
you doing?
Huh?
You mistaken mayonnaise
Yeah, I squeezed it out onto a sandwich, and
It wasn't
it
mayonnaise?
was mayonnaise. My lips were very moist.
Oh my god, this sounds dirty, even though I
does.
know it isn't.
Was that the 6th time you saw this movie? Or?
I think I need a shower.
It was between 4 and 5.
Yeah.
Why are you storing moisturizer next to the mayonnaise, man?
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let's see what this movie does.
A vino.
It's a bad influence.
The movie guy.
This isn't Alfredo sauce.
Kind of reminds me of the movie Meatballs with Bill Murray. Remember they had the weird announcements at the summer
Yes.
camp?
Yes.
We'd like to announce the winner of tonight's mystery meat identify the mystery meat contest. Little Billy Tyler, whose entry some kind of beef was the closest. Billy, you can pick up your Chrysler Cordova in Morty's office.
Are you ready for the summer?
I love that movie.
Are you ready for a good time?
I like that movie a lot.
So next, Clifford is meeting with the movie guys. They're at a restaurant. There's a whole thing with turn off your phones, respect the writer. Very funny. So he says, and Mark McKinney, he's hilarious.
He is good.
He is really, really funny.
I like all the kids in the hall guys.
He's like 5 girls, 5 lives, 1 story. Tale as old as time, but it's fresh as new cut grass. I love that line. He pitches this idea about 5 sisters who disappeared during a sale at Harrods. They've got an elderly grandmother. Their only hope lies with Mel C, who's an Olympic ski jumper with a fear of heights and snow.
And no skis.
And she has no skis. Clifford's not impressed, and George Wendt says something about it being like, it's all right. It's just a stew. It's a jambalaya, if you will.
Oh, Norm.
Oh, yeah. He's not as funny as Mark McKinney.
Oh, no. Mark McKinney's awesome.
No.
Good old chicken lady.
On the radio, the girls hear an interview that they did, and they're talking about their personas, so it's kind of more setting up like who they are or who they're known as to the non-fans that were dragged into this movie. More Wayne's World fadeaways to more BBC style skits. Hugh Laurie, House himself, is playing Poirot. And he's deducing a murderer who is clearly Baby Spice, who gets away with it because she looks so innocent. She flashes that smile, and it would totally work on me.
If only she flashed more than a smile.
Oh, I know.
Here comes Chris Hansen again.
One.
She's an adult, Mark.
She was older than Mark. Derek.
Thank you.
When she was
at that time.
You were 20 years old in 1997?
No,
because you're only a year older than me. I definitely wasn't 20 years old in 1997.
All right, so
that's math.
She wasn't much older than us.
That's mathematics.
Older. She was older than us.
She's dressing like a little baby, and Derek's
I'm trying to help you out. You're trying to make yourself older than her.
You were born in
to
81?
push Mark's agenda of her being a child.
If I remember right, Derek, you were born in 81?
81.
You were born in 82?
82.
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
And that's when the whores come
That's
in.
when the whores come in.
That's when Chris Hansen comes in.
Wow, I feel old. I was in high school then.
Tommy just sold 500,000 brake pads.
Tommy just sold 1 million brake
Whores laying down their trick money.
Next is a photo shoot done by The Wire's Dominic West.
Oh, yeah.
Also known as Jigsaw from Punisher War.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You give away all the. What are you doing in this movie?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. There's so many of them.
You have
He
to.
was
There's
just in a
nothing else
series that
interesting to talk about but the
So I got
cameos.
MGM Plus.
Yes.
And he's in a movie called, a series called Rogue Heroes.
I've heard of that.
It's awesome. It's a World War II series about Winston Churchill creating the SAS, which is a group of secret soldiers, and Dominic West is the one that kind of puts this thing in motion. Great
This is
series.
new?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it only on MGM?
Only on MGM Plus. Amazon Plus had the first season on for a little bit as a teaser for people because I think
did
they
that
own
with
MGM
From.
Plus. Yeah,
They did the same thing with From.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, because that's
But
also
From
on
ended up
MGM Plus.
moving.
No,
Nope.
that's
Still
on
on
MGM
Paramount?
I thought. Yeah. I
Oh,
thought
it's
that's on-
Paramount? MGM?
No.
No.
Oh.
From is MGM.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was a Paramount.
Yeah.
Sony and Paramount are together, and Nickelodeon.
Fuck if I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. they're
Anyway,
all-
Dominic West. Let's go.
Yeah. So.
Let's chop.
So where the girls are trying on their other personas as well as each other's in a photo montage.
That's fun. That's
It is,
fun.
yeah.
Agreed.
To the tune of Do It.
I couldn't tell them apart. I didn't even know they were
I didn't care.
impersonating
They
each other
they were
at
all
first.
cute as hell.
Yeah. I was like, it's different. The nose. Okay, that's not posh. I see what they're doing.
Then Jason Fleming, Brad, he's found a man to take care of it, the McMaxers problem. He finds a devious photo spy played by I won't say who it is.
You got
tell
to.
us who it is.
Richard O'Brien.
Yeah.
Richard O'Brien.
Rocky Horror is Richard O'Brien.
So, and the funny thing is actually Richard O'Brien, obviously from Rocky Horror Picture Show and Shock
Has
Treatment,
never heard a
And
Spice
what?
Girls song in his life.
and Shock Treatment, which was the sequel.
And
But Shock Treatment also featured Barry Humphries,
right.
Who
And?
is-
Yeah. No. I thought you were going to say
McMaxers.
Ever After was the other big thing that Richard O'Brien was in, the Drew Barrymore
that's
movie.
right.
Yeah, he was the one that ended up trying to marry her at the end.
and Dungeons and Dragons. Remember? He
In the first one.
Yep.
Yeah.
He was the good one.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to
The
say
good one.
Meatloaf. Meatloaf is in Rocky Horror.
He was. Richard O'Brien.
that too.
Did we say
Yeah.
Dark City?
But the guy who played McMaxford, who
Yeah.
he's working for in this movie, he's also a main character in Shock Treatment.
I never saw that.
I
one.
don't know. It's just trivia.
Shock treatment was
Fun trivia,
bizarre.
fun fact.
And he's really funny. Like Brad's saying, like, you know, the guy that got the Teletubbies pooping, and so he comes in. And he's
Tinky
like,
Winky, I think
he's
it
like,
was.
well, is he any good? And all of a sudden he appears out of nowhere, and then he's like, oh, how good is he? And he starts giving him like time frames and what he was doing. He's in the elevator with another bogey breakfast, and then a shot of him at 12 behind the bleachers. Next is a publicity party with some more famous people: Bob Geldof, Jennifer Saunders, Manta Ray. I love Manta Ray shoes. These are Manta Ray shoes. These are his glasses. Nicola is somehow invited. She wants the 5 to be godmothers to her child. Deborah pulls the girls off to do interviews. Nicola leaves sadly. Pierce Covington Smythe asks the questions, and the girls give quips. Ginger says it is the Pope a Catholic, and the photographer, who is disguised as a food table, turns it into a headline.
Oh yeah, R.I.P. the Pope.
Yeah, R.I.P. Pope.
That's right.
Francis.
There's a couple of things that did you put that in your trivia about how a couple of things had to be edited out because people died in this movie?
Yeah,
there was a reference to Diana, Princess Diana, who had died.
Yeah, and who was the other one?
Versace.
Yes.
Oh, somebody shot me, and I was just checking the mail.
Yeah,
Get it?
Gianni
Checking the mail?
Versace and Princess Diana
Remember that
were both
song?
alive when they filmed this movie, and they made references to. But
They
when
were
the movie,
alive when they. Oh,
when
they're
they
not in
filmed
the
it-
movie, but they made.
No, but they made references to. But then they died before the movie was released, so they cut those references out.
And the next scene. So after this backlash has started, the next scene is an Italian TV special, and where they're doing a cover of Gary Glitter's "Leader of the Gang."
Who turned out to be a pedophile.
Right. And so originally he
Leader of the Gang,
was
yeah.
slated to have a cameo.
He had a
as himself.
4-minute scene that they ended up cutting out of
Like
this
he was
movie.
involved in this scene.
That's a lot of.
They had to
Yeah.
cut it out.
Right.
Yeah.
Because
they
of
found out he
the
was a
allegations
bad
happened
guy.
afterwards.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh
So,
shit!
Yeah.
You just never know, man.
The curse of the Spice Girls, man.
Yeah. I guess so. I guess so.
That's what did it.
Or just being a perv.
Yeah, well, there's that too.
Mm-hmm.
To
He totally had
become one.
So they're singing "Leader of the Gang."
see little boys. Little girls too. I see them bloom.
Oh boy!
How about you? That's gross. This
Awful.
that's on the cutting room
Take that
floor.
out. Take that out.
That's going to be cut out.
Oh, that's gold, man.
That was pretty funny.
That's going to be
funny.
a stinger.
That was pretty funny.
How long is this? Jesus, this movie wasn't this
I'm
long.
trying to get through it.
We're laughing too much. I'm
Cameos.
sorry.
So many
No,
cameos.
I'm joking.
Yeah.
That was a
No,
joke.
you're doing a good job.
So many cameos.
Hon, you're doing a great job, Derek. What's next?
So they're at this Italian TV special. They're singing this. They're rehearsing this performance. They're surrounded by half-naked men dancing. The girls stop.
Oh yeah.
And Clifford comes over and argues with the Italian director, which is another funny scene. Molto good dancer. You taking
they
the
got
girls?
the unibrow.
All I could think
Yeah.
of was you. You taking the girls back? What about the contract?
Yeah.
I sue you.
Dog of the side.
Your
Back on the
mother.
side. Hey, Winnie the Pooh.
No, your mother.
Hey, Winnie the Pooh.
Hey, Toto the Duck. How are you?
Your big fat mother and your brother-in-law and your mad cousin.
This was prejudice against Italians right here.
I think so.
Horribly
If the
stereotyped
shoe fits.
as being loud and obnoxious.
If the leather well-pedaled shoe fits.
If the what? Jesus, I give you a chance to insult me, and you still blow it,
If the
Derek.
spaghetti fits.
Thank you. See?
I gotta talk to my writers.
If the Sambuca fits.
If the spaghetti
If
fits.
the Sorrento fits.
Get me Bruce Valanche on the phone.
Is he Italian?
No, but he's a bad writer.
No, he's just awful. Where are we at?
All right. So Jerry gets the compromise done. The girls perform. The dancers get clothes that turn out to be assless chaps because molto good dancers. At night on the bus, the girls pull over to pee in the woods. There's busted
As you
toilets
do.
on the bus, and
I
I
forgot
love this
about
line.
this. This is my
A bus that big doesn't have a bathroom? Come on!
No, they
There's
broke
five.
all
They
the
were all-
toilets.
yeah, all the
I know,
toilets.
I
They're
know.
taking fucking monster dumps.
And that's why Clifford was like,
Wild.
"Why can't you fix it, Dennis?" And he says, "I love those girls. I'd do anything for them.
Yeah, but I won't do that.
Classic.
Yep.
Instead of pissing in a normal spot,
Which was a reference to
to his
Meatloaf.
song, yes. Instead of pissing in a normal spot off the road, the girls venture further into the woods where an alien spaceship shows up and several little rubber-faced aliens emerge.
These things are freaky looking.
Yeah.
They are. I don't
little
like
faces.
them at all.
Yeah.
Aliens which recognize the girls who somehow understand their language. Is that 3Ks or 4? The chief forces Clifford to keep the girls from having a day off. He won't allow them to leave. The next day they go to dance camp with crazy Mr. Stepp, who's a dance drill sergeant, played by Michael Barrymore, not Berryman.
That would be great.
And this role was originally meant to go to John Cleese, who turned it down.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
He was
Smart
busy.
guy. Smart guy.
No, I think he missed a golden opportunity.
Yeah, you think he blew it?
I think he would have been great in this role.
Yeah.
I
think his career suffered
one
for
who was
not
This
born to
being in
cameo
play.
is
the
probably
Spice
the
Girls
most
movie.
annoying one of these little interesting little British characters.
This is a terrible cameo.
The role he was meant to play.
That's right. I was born to play. That night, in a big mansion where the dance camp is apparently located, the photographer emerges from a toilet, and with each step, the girls each wake up from a conjoined
This was like
nightmare.
Toombs from the X-Files. What the hell was
It was.
this?
He's very sneaky.
like a scene out of Clue. They wander around bumping into each other in the dark, scaring each other.
They had a chance to do a whole Scooby-Doo thing here where they could have freaking run from one room to another with one of their dumbass songs playing while
they
they're
could
being
have.
chased.
That's
but
true.
no, that required effort.
Stop right now. Thank you very much.
Oh, funny. That's interesting.
They are filled with self-doubt, which comes out in the papers thanks to the photographer.
Jerk.
Working against the girls.
Yep.
Squeezy, slimy photographer squeezes in and out of pipes like a snake.
We next get a pitch meeting number 2, where a Royal Air Force hijacked by alien terrorists. Spice Force 5 is called in. Martial arts master Baby Spice, spy Sporty Spice, explosives expert Scary Spice, master disguised Ginger, who turns into Bob Hoskins.
Oh yeah.
And Victoria, who is just I guess she'll look.
I did like that part.
This is very
Tarantino
from Kill Bill.
It is.
Fox Force 5.
Fox Force 5.
Well, that's Uma Thurman's the pilot that she's doing in
right,
Pulp
yeah.
Fiction.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She's the vaudevillian. And no, she's the joke maker. The demolitions expert, right? No.
Demolitions expert? I thought she was a sexy one.
No, I think she was the knives. She threw the knives.
She's the
and
knives.
her grandfather was the old vaudevillian, and she told a joke.
A joke at the end of every episode.
All right.
The girls host 2 kids who won a contest, and they escape the bus to have an adventure, much to Clifford's shock and horror. If they want to get spontaneous, they have to clear it with him first. The girls hop in a speedboat. Sorry. That line was dedicated to Chris and Tristan. So
It's very Canadian.
yes,
Speedboat.
Speedboot. Sorry.
sorry, honestly,
Sorry.
sorry. The girls hop on, and I wrote hope.
Hoop.
The girls hope on a speedboat.
A hoop and a boot.
We love you, Canada.
They're dancing and singing
sorry.
with the kids. The distracted boat driver causes the kids and Posh to go overboard.
Oh, that was great.
The accident, of course, is captured by the photographer in full diving gear. Fun like ha 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 ha. Oh, I don't know why I wrote that. I was watching the movie. It must have been a line. Oh, I know. No, I know what it is. Because Clifford starts giving them shit, and Jerry goes, "We were just having fun, fun, like ha 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 ha."
Oh, yes.
Okay, yeah.
They clash. The group
Yeah.
begins to crumble. There's some seeds, sowing the seeds of
Sowing the seeds.
Oh, they're not in this
on the
movie.
wings of. You're thinking on the wings of love.
No. Sowing the seeds of
They
love.
weren't in
That's
this
an actual
movie.
song?
Yeah,
British?
from
Are they
Tears for
Australian?
Fears.
Tears for Fears, yeah.
No, what?
Yeah.
Tears
So
for
in
Fears?
the
Are they British?
seeds.
No.
No, I
Where
know.
are they from?
Roland Orzabal, remember?
Roland Orzabal. Are they like
No,
That sounds like someone-
I think they might be British, actually.
That sounds like
Yeah.
someone mispronouncing Roy Orbison.
Yeah, no, Roland Orzabal.
Roland Orzabal?
And the other guy's name is like John Smith or something. It's like the other one has like the weirdest name. And the other
Where's the
one's,
ball and Smith?
yeah.
Good band?
McMaxford hears the news and he smiles, which is crazy.
Yeah.
We flash back to a very long time ago in a little shop. The girls are in full 90s garb, early 90s garb, and as they're just starting out, the wannabe era. Each of the girls are at their own homes, sad and remembering it. Each of the girls return to their little coffee shop that they started which is now shut down. They realize that they need to stick together and continue on. There's a little cutaway of Stephen Fry. Oh, they picture when their career dies, and Stephen Fry has a cameo as a judge, sentencing them to enter the charts at 179 before dropping off, and 20 years of having to appear on cheesy chat shows. And then he calls in Howdy and the Blowfish.
Howdy
and the Blowfish.
Yeah,
no, but he
Howdy and the
calls
Blowfish.
I pronounced that mispronounced that on purpose.
No, I know.
That's how he pronounces
Yeah,
it.
that's how he says it. No, we get it.
And then the girls want to take Nicola out, the pregnant girl. Remember her?
Great idea.
Yeah, I don't understand.
From Torchwood.
Next, Elvis Costello tends bar for Clifford and Deborah, who talk about the girls and self-pity and some flirting. There's some flirting going on. Nicola and the girls go to a club that, surprise, is playing a remix of Who Do You Think You Are as the girls dance. That's a song, guys, by the way, that they write.
Okay.
Yeah, it's one of their songs.
Thank you. I didn't know that.
Just want to make sure. Yeah. As the girls dance.
Every song in this movie is their song.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Tito.
No,
Oh, the Elton John song's
They
not,
don't sing
right?
every song in this movie?
No.
No. They sing every song in this movie.
Booyah, suck it.
But it's not. All right. Sorry.
There's an Elton John song in this movie?
Well, he's in it.
Huh?
Didn't he
Is it
sing?
I'm Still Standing?
No,
He didn't sing.
No, he didn't.
It's just
I'm
a passing
still
cameo.
standing. Babe.
He didn't know
Is
he
that
was
song
in the
in this
movie.
movie?
They just ran up to him
Yeah.
and called action. Look at him in the cameo.
They did some
He has
covers.
no idea what's going on. They just go, oh, hello, Elton, and they kiss him, and then they run
acting all
away.
flustered because it's like a hurricane coming through.
Oh, for sure.
Chain, never go.
It's a hurricane coming through. Tito's the only one that got that reference.
I was too busy singing.
Directly for him. So Nicola's water breaks as she watches them, and they got on the bus, and Dennis races them off. The first thing, they're in there, and they say, she says, first thing, put your legs together, and Scary Spice says something about that would have been 9 months ago.
She's the worst.
They get.
She is the worst out of all of them. She is.
You think so?
I do.
She's the one stopping them from
I have two daughters.
getting
I had
back
to see
together.
clips of America's
No.
Got Talent. She
Oh,
is
maybe,
an
yeah.
idiot. She was an idiot on that
See,
show.
I liked her.
She a bubblehead
on what?
window.
America's Got
She's been through a lot.
Yeah.
She
I
did
don't
on
care.
that.
I thought that was Mel B.
Everybody's been through a lot. That
Yeah,
doesn't
it was
mean
Mel
anything.
B.
Yeah, Mel B.
I thought Mel
Not
B
Mel
was
C.
on
Which one was
America's Got
which one
Talent.
was on America's Got
Mel
Talent?
B.
Mel B. Scary Spice.
Scary Spice.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
No,
no,
you
but
was talking
Derek's
about
talking
Posh.
about
You were talking about Posh.
Victoria Beckham.
Oh, whatever. Doesn't matter. None of this matters. Scary Spice is the worst.
I don't know why you think that.
I just told you why. Posh.
I know.
Posh is just.
Posh is the worst. Posh is the worst.
she's-
She was talentless. She is talentless. She was very lucky that she married a very, very famous person who
True.
ended up being more famous than her.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, but she was already like super famous when she met him.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but she did. But she was like the least.
Now you're
talented.
downplaying.
She was the least talented of that band.
Now you're downplaying the fandom that was the Spice Girls.
You're helping me.
But like she married somebody famous. I guarantee you more people knew who the Spice Girls are than David Beckham.
at the
Yeah.
time. Maybe yes.
When you-
Probably even now
Yes.
still.
Yes,
I don't know who
but I bet
David
all
Beckham
those fans out there, those people that knew her, that knew the Spice Girls, none of them are going to say, "Oh, my favorite Spice was Posh," because
That's
no
true.
one was.
No one.
Someone might.
awful.
Someone out there did.
She's just awful.
I mean, David Beckham.
I like oregano spice. Oregano.
Old Spice.
What else happened in this movie?
Yeah.
So they get to the hospital, and it's going to take a long time. So the girls are all waiting. They greet a
usually
kid that's
does.
in a coma, and Victoria yells at him, "I'm Victoria Malcolm," and Jerry makes that joke. Oh, he's not. He's deaf. He's in a coma, not deaf. Then they make the joke about the taking the top
She's
off.
skinny,
and
not
his,
deaf.
And his eyes. She's skinny, Amber.
Shout out Better Off Dead.
That's right.
Not Better Off Dead. What was it called?
Drop Dead Gorgeous.
Drop Dead Gorgeous.
But shout out to Better Off Dead
Yeah,
too.
that's another
Shout out
better
to
movie.
Yeah, that's a good
Those are
movie.
good
Two
movies.
better movies than
Good
this.
movies.
Derek, they're both better than this.
I never saw Drop Dead Gorgeous.
I agree. At the theater. Wait, what was this? Wait, Better Off Dead.
Not for him. Derek loves this movie.
Those movies.
Drop Dead Gorgeous. You love that movie too.
I do. I do. I love Drop Dead Gorgeous more than
I would say this one doesn't have Kirsten Dunst, so I would have been shocked if you had said this was better than Drop Dead Gorgeous.
Well, how many times did you see that in the theaters?
I didn't see it in the theater.
There you go. He loves this movie more.
All right, well, he's got a point.
It's true.
Come on.
If you go by,
if you
The
go
amount
by,
of times you see a movie in the theater,
box office rules.
That's exactly what I'm going by.
I saw like Jurassic Park 7 times in the theater, man.
I saw it 4.
I saw it 3 less times in this movie. Wow.
Yeah.
That's the barometer.
I was a sophomore in high school.
He was a horny little kid.
Yeah, he was a horny
I
little
wanted
kid.
to see
Yeah.
boobs and ass.
That's like
and I got neither.
That's the movie equivalent of parking on the beach, going to see the Spice Girls 7 times in the theaters.
I'm in my right. Oh shit! Hurry up.
We're close, though. We're very close.
We're close, dude. Sorry.
All right. At the theater, Clifford paces, waiting, not knowing where the girls are. The morning comes, and Deborah locates them on the phone. She relays it to Clifford, and the two nearly face off. Nicola tells the girls to go, but they're true friends, and they're going to stay. And suddenly, she's in labor. That's fitting. She has a girl, which is also fitting. Now, that's girl power. As they leave, they run into the photographer disguised as a surgeon, and they give chase. He crashes to the ground. Why? Are you laughing that I wrote that?
No, I'm remembering the scene as you say it, and I'm just like...
He crashes to the ground. This action is being narrated as the writer, Mark McKinley, begins telling the story and laying the scene. Girls, you've made me realize I've been living in a meaningless lie, and he repeats it. He finally has a name. Damien apparently was this photographer's name this whole time. He goes after McMaxford in a jacuzzi scandal. The girls get on the bus, but Dennis is gone. There's got to be a chase. Those are the rules. Victoria drives the bus, and they speed off. Chase sequence, kind of as they race to. It's kind of a chase. They're not being chased, but they're, I guess, chasing the clock.
Well, they're moving. It's just the point. They're moving to Mark McKinney's narration at this point.
That's when it gets real meta.
I like this part.
Posh does say one of my favorite lines of all time in cinematic history: "Sunday drivers, it's only Saturday."
Oh, that was horrible.
I say that all the fucking time. I say that every time I get behind a slow driver.
Wow.
I think they lifted that off a Mr. Magoo cartoon. That's what I think.
Maybe. I don't know.
Not even leave the gun, take the cannoli.
Yeah,
not even.
We'll always have
not even
Harris.
that. Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Here's looking at you,
It's
kid.
the Chinatown, Jake.
That's right. Forget it, Jake is Chinatown.
Jake is Chinatown.
Twitch is on.
Life is like a box of chocolates. I don't know, man.
Use the force, Luke.
Yeah, right.
Move over, the greatest trick the devil ever pulled.
7 times? Holy smokes.
All right.
Gee, Derek, I'm sorry your mom exploded.
There's gale force winds. Slip after they're on the bus. They tumble into the bus. They drive on. They jump the Tyler Bridge. It's only a model.
That's a funny part.
I like that part.
Just when they're safe, they'll discover the bomb. That's the rules. They've suffered enough. No bomb. They run into Albert Hall and burst through the door. Well, where are they? You lied to
Some
me.
days you just can't find a place to get rid of a bomb.
They do finally arrive and run up the stairs of the Rockies theme, past fans. They're stopped by a cop who's played by Gibbs from Pirates of the Caribbean. Mary Spice. Yeah.
Mary Spice. Oh, bloody Mary Spice.
That's the male version, the male Spice Boy. Mary Spice.
Yeah. That was a thinker.
Well, thank you.
Took me a second, but I got it.
Or head scratcher, or one of the two.
It's not what they call the statue, Tino. They call it the thinker. It's not the head scratcher. Baby Spice does her thing with this cop. She turns on the smile, and he lets them go. The documentary team films Clifford, who plans to hang himself.
Oh, no.
Oh, dude, that's fucking dark, man.
It is.
I liked it.
He's going to walk on stage, and he's going to hang himself. And then his final words, the Spice Girls, I hate them. And as he says that, they burst in, and he says he loves those girls. The concert starts. Clifford apologizes to Deborah. Spice Up Your Life, the first big single from the Spice World album.
That was a fun video, too. They're like flying around on hoverboards and shit.
That's an awesome song. I love that fucking song. That's a song's a banger. And there was much rejoicing. Everyone dances, including everyone at home, and some of the cameos, the aliens, Nicola and her baby, the newscaster who reported all the bad stuff throughout.
Babies dance.
Lots of quick cuts.
Dance.
Spice Mania continues. And then there's a stinger with behind the scenes of the movie. The movie's in a movie in a movie.
Very meta.
Yeah.
I really like that. I like the credits when they're talking to the camera. And
Yeah.
stuff and
Hey,
all that
you
stuff
over
in the
there.
background. And what happened to the bomb?
No, not you. The one next to you.
Yeah, I thought that was fun.
And then they turn towards the camera, and it becomes a Ferris Bueller thing where they're talking to the audience and they're prodding them and
breaking the fourth wall.
And that's the end. That's Spice World. So
all right.
What a doozy.
Man, this was more enjoyable.
Yeah.
I should have watched it with you guys.
Seriously.
We would have had more fun. I think I would have.
Yeah. If I
you
had
did
just,
watch it with us.
That was a couple.
but if we had just had like turned the sound down and had Derek narrate the movie while we were watching the visuals on screen, it would have been much better.
If we just did this while watching the movie.
While he sang the songs?
Yeah. Oh, I would love that.
Absolutely.
Derek's got golden pipes over there.
Hello.
I guess.
And he sings good too.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Brian, what's your favorite scene in this movie? This crazy movie.
I have to say the montage with them doing the photography. That was fun.
Yeah.
I love a good montage.
It's a good
scene.
song, too.
Yeah. Okay. I'll give you that.
that song.
I'll give you that. But yeah, no, I just
Lady
like.
is a Tramp.
Yeah.
Not Lady. No. Okay.
I just like them, pretending to be each other and just the goofy outfits and stuff, and just them having fun, and they're cute as hell. So I mean, what's not to like about that? That's my favorite part.
My favorite part is actually the scene with Jason Fleming's when they do the Cure for Deja Vu, and the guy starts drooling on the table. I thought that was fucking hysterical.
Oh, God.
Because it was so close. I was like, this fucking guy is drooling.
I know.
I don't understand what I'm watching. But I thought that was a really funny part of the movie.
Have you seen any of the Dave Medna stuff? Like,
No.
Do you know, because he's a big character actor. Like, he creates these,
Yeah, I wasn't familiar with him.
Yeah.
I was like, I feel like I should know this guy, but I wasn't familiar with him. But I thought that whole scene was fucking hilarious.
I like anything with Richard E. Grant because I'm a big Hudson Hawk. Speaking of another terrible movie.
Oh yeah,
I love
That's not a terrible movie.
I love Hudson
I love
Hawk
that
though.
I like Hudson Hawk,
and
too.
I like Richard E. Grant. I believe he wasn't he in Crossing Jordan. Am I thinking of the same guy? I
The
might be thinking of
TV
the
show?
same guy. Yeah,
I
might
don't
be thinking of
recall.
another actor who was like him. Anyway, but I did like Hudson Hawk. We'll go there, and I like him in this movie. He's
So did I.
fun to watch, and I liked the end. I like when Mark McKinney's talking about the movie. They do the model.
Yeah. Jumping
Damn,
over the bridge.
that was good. I
yeah.
kind of wish the whole movie was more of that.
Yeah.
Because there was just a lot of
A little more cheeky. A
shit
little cheeky.
in this
Yeah.
movie, but there were moments of like, oh,
Cheeky.
that's cool. All right, why can't we have more of that? And that's definitely one of them. I did laugh. I was like, model.
Good. I'm glad you recognize that.
I give credit
Totally a
where credit's due.
And I'll tell you,
Derek.
Hudson Hawk introduced me to Frank Sinatra.
All right.
Oh, there
Would
you
you
go.
rather be
I
a
believe it.
fish? A fish. Yeah. Would you like
That was a callback to my earlier joke
Right.
about
Right. Well, it introduced
my
me
earlier
to-
comment.
Yeah.
It was fact.
Let's do
You don't know
Hudson
who the
Hawk
Beatles
sometime.
were.
We should do
sometime.
fun.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Yeah, it's
Right.
fun.
Mine is definitely the bus chase scene, that whole thing, and
Yeah, it was
and
fun, too.
And the scene with the Italian music video, the director and Richard E. Grant going back and forth. I love that.
Yeah.
My favorites. Brian, what's wrong with this movie? Careful.
Careful.
I mean, for me, I thought a lot of the jokes fell flat. I think they were trying a little too hard, or maybe it was just a little too rushed. Other than that, it was fine for what it was. So I'm just going to say that the humor, I think, was not on target most of the time, for me.
I hate the alien scene so
Alien
much.
scene is terrible.
Take it out. I think there's a couple of good ideas in this movie. If they had like stuck to like one or two, but there's so many different like ideas
things going on.
trying to put together, and it gets lost because I think there's kind of a cool story there. If you like, or when I was watching, I was like, oh, this is kind of interesting how they are like overdoing these personas, while also trying to make a movie within a movie and be kind of funny. But also kind of address like being women in the world and all this other shit that's like in
Yeah.
the background that's just kind of getting lost in the film.
Right.
I agree.
Yeah, there's a couple of things that I think if they could have harnessed it,
Tightened it up a bit.
tightened it. Thank you,
Yeah.
Thank you, Brian.
Trim the
9
fat.
times.
9.
Yeah,
9 times.
Yeah, the pregnant stuff. Get rid of it.
Yeah,
I
you
need
didn't
the
like that
pregnant
either?
Girl. That's a whole other movie. That's something else. That's something else.
they
that
should just
doesn't
made a
belong.
movie about them with the pregnant girlfriend,
or just
right? Or
rather,
whatever.
or just don't have a pregnant girlfriend. You got enough going on in this movie.
So much
anyway.
happening.
This movie was like if this was an experimentation in meta, which was cool. the cutaways, although not all of them were great to me. You know, if you're gonna go the Seth MacFarlane Ted route, have some fun cutaways.
Yeah.
Keep that momentum going. You know, I understand they got to perform, they got to have the music videos. Totally down with that. But some of the stuff, like Tito said, the alien thing is stupid. The pregnancy thing is just like, oh yeah, why? Even you said, remember her? No one remembers.
No.
And then we have to be brought back to it. And this is toward the end when people are like ready to get to the end of this movie. Get rid of that.
That's the only thing I did remember, oddly enough.
Yeah, I know. That's what you were saying earlier.
There's a pregnant girl in this movie,
right.
I think.
Very true.
I think they sing to a pregnant girl.
Plus that lady, that pregnant girl is at a club drinking.
I know. Well, she's not drinking.
Are you sure she didn't? It looked like she had a beer.
She didn't belong in that club.
She didn't belong in that club. That's bad for a baby.
She didn't belong.
Have you heard that song? I love that song. I don't belong in this club.
What you doing in this club? What is it? Craig Robinson and Knocked Up. What are you doing in this club?
Yeah.
You're old as fuck. Yeah.
I'll send it to you. It's fun.
I like Michael Moore.
No.
Yeah.
Get out of the club. Your drinking days are done. You have a life you're caring for. And I'm pretty sure you're drinking a beer.
I don't know. I think
Everybody drinks beer now.
It was an O'Doul's.
It was an O'Doul's.
One of those zeros.
Sir, that was not an O'Doul's.
A near
Something
beer.
zero. Yeah.
All right. What about you?
The funny thing is that
everything works.
No. You guys hit everything that I was going to bring up, which means that really we all like the things that we like in this movie. We all like the same things.
We all dislike the same things.
I just tend to. I think I just enjoy it a little bit more than you guys did.
You were its target audience.
You're a fan of
totally.
Totally.
And like I said, there's this type of humor is definitely more
right.
I like this. It's my wheelhouse.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, like most of the humor hits as a fan of that style. But there's a lot of stuff that feels overly forced. Like I think it's supposed to be kind of forced, but it goes
too
overboard.
forced. There's forced, and then there's forced.
Right, and it takes away all that like British charming sense of humor that I like. It kind of just takes away from that. I agree. The aliens are awful. I fucking hate those costumes, the rubbery suits. It's just fucking stupid.
True.
And Mark, I agree. The worst thing about this, she's my least favorite character. I'm jumping ahead a little bit, but Nicola is, I mean, she's essentially the MacGuffin for the movie.
Yeah.
Because she's like, her having the baby is what sets off that finale. But you could have done something else.
But the finale could have happened.
There could have been something else that
her.
they had to get tied
You've
up
got
with.
guys coming out of toilets. You've got,
right.
You know, at this point, we don't.
Well, that's again one of those ideas. It's one of those ideas that's kind of cool, right? Like, we're not so famous that we forgot about our friends.
Right.
It could be in the movie, but then it's like it's another fucking trope in this movie.
Exactly, but
it's fucking happening at once.
It belongs in another movie, in another maybe a little more subtle with the slapstick kind of Spice Girls movie, and a little more plot. But it's not that. It's a series of slapstick and
like save it for Help. Save that storyline for Help.
Yeah,
save
it for the sequel.
Hard Days
pregnant Yoko. Yeah,
right.
Was she around at that point? Was that before Yoko? Was that pre-Yoko?
No, this post Yoko.
Post Yoko.
Hard Days Night or
Help?
Help.
No, Help.
Oh, Help.
Yeah.
Help came out. No, there was post Yoko.
That was okay.
Yeah.
That was all post.
Yoko was around at that point.
Yeah. Yoko was already in the picture.
She was already.
I'm pretty sure.
For A Hard Day's Night.
Yeah.
A Hard Day's Night.
She was.
Help. Help. She was already in the picture.
But Hard Day's Night was first.
Yeah. No.
Because Yoko came along when they were all long haired and chewing and shit.
Yeah, that was around the time of Help.
Right, because Hard Day's Night they had the clean cut hair.
Help was when they started getting into marijuana.
Right.
And
that was their Spinal Tap Flower People Day, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I watched Spinal Tap the other day.
It's when Paul Rudd went to
radio
India.
is playing a bit of your past.
Paul Rudd and Jason Schwartzman in India. Was then.
Yeah, that was a song by the Thamesmen. They've later changed their name to Spinal Tap, and they're now residing in the Where Are They Now file. And they're all sitting there like in town waiting to play a gig there, and they're all dejected. And it was hilarious.
Oh, I absolutely love that movie.
Yeah, me too. Can't wait for part 2 coming next year.
Yeah, well...
Have you seen the trailer?
I don't know if I want another one.
I haven't.
Yeah,
no,
it's a very short teaser. Yeah, there's nothing. It gives anything
We'll see.
away.
It could be good.
Yeah,
Brian,
I hope it is.
Who's your favorite character?
My favorite. Well, I'm gonna go with Ginger Spice. I've always loved her. I'm a sucker for redheads anyway, and she was the one that even before I knew anything about the band, I'm like, oh, who's that in the Union Jack dress and the long red hair? Yeah, I'm going with her.
Do you have a favorite character who's not a Spice Girl?
I am going to say probably Richard E. Grant. Yeah, I love Richard E. Grant too. He's a great actor, and he was pretty decent in this movie as well.
Acted his little heart out.
He really did.
Tito?
I was going to say my favorite characters were the Spice Girls, but a non would be Richard E. Grant. Yeah. Collectively, I think they're fun together. They play off each other well.
Agreed.
I said Richard E. Grant already, but it's the same character. The only one outside of the Spice Girls that really does anything.
It's anonymous.
Yeah,
unanimous.
Yeah. Favorite Spice Girl? I do like Ginger as well. I seen that magazine.
Yeah, me too.
Mine's Baby, of course.
Baby.
My favorite non-Spice Girl in the movie is Richard Moore. I mean, Roger Moore.
Moore.
I just think when he pops up and like
James Bond,
especially like he gets more and more bizarre. Like the things he says are
Roger
more bizarre.
Yeah.
Did you notice? Like it starts off as a cat, goes to a rabbit, then goes to.
Oh, he's feeding the pig, and the pig gets mad because he doesn't know how to feed it right. The pig's like, "What the fuck you doing, man? Give me that bottle."
But you know what? Roger Moore continued that scene like a pro.
It's true.
He really did.
Pro.
He really did.
It only cost him £100,000.
How about least favorite?
Least favorite, it's tough to say. Maybe Alan Cumming.
No?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Alan Cumming in this movie.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Just in this movie.
Yeah, in this movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's in scenes, but he's not really down.
No, I know, but I just...
He's like, he pops up every once in a while. Oh, yeah, Alan Cumming's
But
still
he
in this
throws a
movie.
little like, some fun little humor things.
He's all right. I don't like anybody who's American in this movie. It throws the whole movie off for me for some
little
reason.
bit, yeah.
George Wendt is fucking awful in this.
Agreed.
Meatloaf is he American? Canadian?
No, he's American.
He's American.
McKinney's Canadian, though, right?
Yeah,
McKinney's Canadian.
And he's okay, but for some reason, anyone who's not British in this movie just like I don't know.
It just takes you right out of the movie. Yeah, I agree.
Right.
But I think George Wendt is just not great.
Yeah, I might change my answer to George Wendt. I think I agree with you, Tito.
No,
Mark.
The rest of the Spice Girls.
Really?
Yeah.
Every other Spice
Even
Girl.
Baby?
Especially Baby. Something wrong with her. No, that's not true. It's their movie. I wouldn't do that to you, Derek. Even I am not that cold. I will say, Prego lady there.
Yeah,
It's not a.
Yeah.
It's
Nicola.
Yeah.
Nicola.
I love her.
Nicola.
Yeah, no, I agree. I love her in Torchwood, but yeah, she's kind of useless.
I've never seen Torchwood. I don't think the actress. I don't have a problem with the actress.
Torchwood is a spin-off of Doctor Who. It's a really good show.
A little edgier.
But I don't think the character's interesting at all.
No.
It stops what little movie there is of this by just stopping it more.
Yeah.
More than the aliens, even. As dumb as the aliens are, I'm like, well, there's stupid shit happening in this movie all the time. But, we have a girl giving birth. This is a real life thing. Like, no, you just did this whole boat thing with lollipops and shit.
Boats.
Yeah. And a guy came out of a toilet.
There's a song that was in the movie, not sung by the Spice Girls.
What song was that?
My Girl Lollipop.
Oh, that sucked.
yeah.
That's why it was terrible. It wasn't a Spice Girls song, right? I'm coming to your defense.
All right, yeah.
Was that? Did they write that?
They didn't write that.
I see. That song was terrible.
That song's an old 50s.
It's awful, and they made it.
Sing it though.
Yeah,
They sang along with it.
sick of songs about lollipops. Sick of them.
I agree, Nicola. They're all funny, and they're like all these characters are funny. They're played by actors who I recognize and like. I guess if I had to pick, it would be the friend. Kind of annoying and out of place, like you said. She's really just, like I said, a living, breathing MacGuffin that triggers the action of the finale. So
that should have been her name, Nicola MacGuffin.
Yeah,
Nicola MacGuffin. Do you want a muffin? Like a ruffin.
Like, all right, so we don't want to write in a father for the baby, so we're just gonna make him be a deadbeat who left her. Like,
of course.
Like, well, he probably left you for a reason.
Yeah.
Kidding. No, terrible. Anyway, fictional scumbag.
Because she drinks when she's pregnant. That's why you left. She's hanging out at clubs, man.
Zima's not a real drink.
It
Mark.
doesn't matter.
No.
It doesn't count.
Look how she's about to have a baby. She's due any moment with the baby, and she is hanging out in the club.
David, you're about to have a baby.
You gotta see the baby.
Sorry. I feel no sympathy for her. What are you doing in the club? You know, you're giving birth any minute. And you're like, oh, I think I'll go have a good time.
She was already overdue as it was.
Yeah,
so.
she's not going to be a good
In
mom.
our next category, what are you doing in this club?
Oh, sorry. Oh, shit. Okay, let's move it along. Where are we with this?
Brian, who's your MVP of this movie?
MVP, I'm going to give it to Jerry Halliwell again. Yeah, my favorite Spice Girl.
All right.
Sure, why not?
He loves his gingers.
I do. I love my ginger.
I'm gonna collectively the group the Spice Girls. It doesn't work without all 5 of them in the movie for whatever the movie is. It's
True.
Well, every movie needs a director, and this movie needed one. And Bob Spears, you stepped up to the plate and you tried, sir. Your career was not very illustrious. You had a few moments, but I feel bad for you. Thank you for taking this and making an attempt, man.
I went with Jerry, and I say this because after this movie, the subsequent tour, and she ended up leaving the group. I feel like there were a lot of I couldn't stop noticing how many times when she was saying funny things, like where she'd have her little funny moments of being like super smart, like, oh, I read this somewhere. The only person that they'd cut to and who like looked annoyed was Mel C. And I'm like, so it kind of makes me wonder, was there truth to that? Like, did they really not like each other?
A little animosity on
Which
set.
one is Mel C?
Mel C. Sporty Spice.
Oh, Sporty. I don't like Scary.
She every time.
I don't like Scary.
She was my
Scary
Sporty was
smell.
Sporty, I think, was the worst actress
my
out of
least
all
favorite,
of them.
yeah.
I'm going to say if we had to compare the acting talents of the Spice Girls,
Oh, see, I think Scary was worse.
Sporty was. See, I don't like
No.
Scary, but I think she was. I thought Sporty was the weakest. Out
I
of the
agree
acting.
with Mark. Yeah,
I'm going to say
Sporty's always been my weakest link.
Baby and Jerry, and they had some
best
acting.
singer.
There was acting in there.
I
And
actually thought Victoria was probably the funniest of the bunch in this movie.
She
Really?
had some of the best lines. She definitely had the best lines. She kind of
Very dry,
deadpan delivers it, but I think that's
Yeah.
I guess what
It works.
That's
she
the
is.
character.
That's the part.
That's the quote, yeah.
that's what being posh is all about.
That's right.
But yeah,
Sorry,
I
I
think
keep
she's just trying to be herself, and I think that she's the heart of the Spice Girls. I think that's why they failed to pick up the momentum when it was just the 4. So yeah, Jerry.
All right.
Ward for what are you doing here?
I am going with Elvis Costello. I love Elvis
was a super
Costello.
random one, too.
And
That was a
out
good
of
one.
all of the cameos, and there were a lot of cameos in this movie, he was one that surprised me the most.
Yeah.
I did
Same.
not expect him to pop up in this movie.
Yeah.
And good on him. You know, even just playing a simple bartender.
Yep.
Love Elvis.
I think he had like one line.
I don't care. He could have had no lines. He could have had no lines. I would have been Elvis. Dude.
Yeah, when
Elvis
you turn around, I was like,
Costello,
oh,
he's
shit,
alive.
Elvis Costello's in this movie.
Fucking hell, yeah. Elvis.
I felt the same way.
Elvis.
I had a couple. You named some earlier, but I'm going to go with the one you didn't name, which was Bill Patterson,
Yeah.
who is the cafe owner, who is Bruno Jenkins' dad in Witches. I don't want kakaliki. I don't like kakaliki. I
Kakaliki.
like crest.
That's a soup.
I like crest.
I want what? Yeah, crap. I love
want
that movie.
Chris,
Why
and he's,
are Witches is such a good movie.
He's Sarah Polly's dad in Adventures of Baron Munchausen also.
Oh, yeah.
He's the head of the theater.
that's right.
Yeah, the one that plays Baron Munchausen in the theater.
Uh-huh.
Still thinking about Kakaliki now.
I
Yeah.
don't want kakaliki. I don't like
Kakaliki's
kakaliki.
that's a
I
good
like
soup.
crest.
It's a chicken soup.
But it's Bruno. And then mom. Yeah, that's it. When I saw him, I was like, oh shit, Bruno's dad. Cool.
Bruno.
What do you got?
Look better as a mouse.
He's a piece of shit, that
mine
kid.
We don't talk
was,
about Bruno the mouse.
We don't. Mine was everybody else but the Spice Girls. What are you all doing in this movie? Don't you have anything better to do? That was why are you here? Who needed the money the most? Norm. You have Cheers royalties.
Where
What are
the
you
f-
in this for?
Where the fuck
Mark
did they find
McKinney.
George Wendt?
You know, I get Elton John. I get Bob. I guess anybody British, but Norm.
Yeah.
I guess it would be Norm. Elvis Costello. What are you doing here?
What about George Wendt
George Wendt.
for this movie?
What about George Wendt? Norm.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cliff Clavin while you're at it. Yeah, like,
Hey,
might as
Normie,
well.
it's
I
those
know.
Spice
It's
Girls.
funny because-
John Ratzenberger, just throw John Ratzenberger.
Normie,
John Ratzenberger might have actually been funnier.
That would have
Yeah.
been fun. If they were
If
both
John
in
Ratzenberger
there.
was in it.
John was the writer.
Yeah.
Well, who was it that played Cliff? You keep mentioning Cliff, and we know Norm's in the movie, so
Yeah.
You keep. I'm like every time you say that, I'm like Cliff and Norm.
How about you?
So there's so many good ones, but I guess Meatloaf was being the bus driver. Like as a kid, I didn't really recognize many of them. So, but like I knew who he was, and I was like, oh shit, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And maybe because he looks like a bus driver.
He does.
I guess. In real
Yeah.
life.
Good voice though.
He's great though, and I
love a bus
love his
driver.
little self joke.
fun.
Yep. I would do anything, but I won't do that.
I love that song.
What won't he do?
But he won't
That's
do
it.
that.
He won't do that.
I think he explains it at one point.
Yeah, she's saying all the things that she thinks he's going to do, like leave her and break her heart. And he said,
all right.
It's him answering back.
It's a horrible song. It's a terrible song.
It's not.
I love that song.
You don't like that song?
Awesome.
It's an awful.
It's
awful
so
Oh,
fun.
wow. Bat Out of Hell Part 2.
Oh God, Meatloaf is just awful.
What a fun
I
song.
fucking love
It's a-
Meatloaf.
no.
The
I do
food
too.
and the singing.
You couldn't
Agreed,
save that.
Derek.
Yes.
Agreed
I like
wholeheartedly.
Nothing better than a good meatloaf.
I
Dude,
like
if
the
I'm out
food.
at a restaurant and I see meatloaf is on the menu, I gotta try it.
That and shepherd's pie.
Same deal.
Yes, on
Same.
shepherd's pie, I tend not to chance
No,
meatloaf
I
unless
will. I
see
will
someone else
try a
with it.
meatloaf. I
restaurant?
love a good meatloaf.
You
I
would
get
love
so
my
nervous.
wife's meatloaf. She makes the best meatloaf.
Who does?
My wife.
Let's get
Well,
some
then
meatloaf
invite me
going.
over. I will try.
She'll make you
her
a loaf.
You know what? You know what scared me away from restaurant meatloaf was the Harley Davidson Cafe in Vegas.
I've never been there, so
I went. It was years and years ago.
Made with real Davidson.
We went there, and I'm thinking, oh, it's a biker bar. They've got to have like the best meatloaf in the world, right?
because
No.
bikers are known for their meatloaf.
No, it's just like a hearty home style.
Some of them are like $50,000 bikes, man. Like they're not like on the side of the road just selling motorcycles. Dude. What do you mean?
My point is,
7 times
In the theater.
7 fucking times.
In the theater.
So you were like, meatloaf, this will work.
Anyway,
And then what happened? You pooed your pants. Tell me what happened.
7
it
meatloafs
was
later.
awful. It was cardboard.
Oh, it
End
just
of
wasn't
story.
good. It didn't give you diarrhea. Or
No, it
anything
was
like that.
awful. It was like the worst.
Cover your ears, kids.
Derek should have
Anyway,
shit himself.
That's Spice World.
That's Spice World.
and I'm done.
And,
Good job. Good
Hey.
job, everybody. No, seriously, Derek, don't be like that.
We got-
we
you
loved
watched
it,
it.
Derek.
We got to get Spice
watch
World in.
We had a
You
lot
liked
of
it.
laughs.
You made me appreciate this movie more than I ever
For
would
real.
by myself.
For real.
Right.
But it is now late, and we got a lot to do. So
We still
very
have to
quickly,
get through the.
very quickly,
the geek
lightning
flag.
round geek flag.
Brian.
Oh, for me, I have a few things. You guys know one of my favorite games is Skyrim.
Yep.
Put out by Bethesda. Bethesda just shadow dropped the Oblivion, which was the previous game. They remastered it. They dropped it yesterday. It's available on PlayStation, Xbox, and it looks gorgeous. I've already seen playthroughs on YouTube, and it's making me want to buy a PlayStation 5 so I can
Shadow
play
drop?
it. There was no release other than like
that's
somebody had leaked it. Like
In the
it just
sneaker
like
world, they call
boom
it a shot
showed
drop.
up in the PlayStation store or the They're calling it shadow drop. I had never heard of that before this came out either. And the funny thing is, and I'm going to talk a little bit about this, and I put a post, I think yesterday or the day before, on our Facebook page about how there is a development team of fan developers that have been working on a large DLC, which is a downloadable content, and it's supposed to be part of Skyrim. And they're calling it Skyblivion. So what they were doing was they were remastering Oblivion so you could play it in the Skyrim engine as a DLC. So you could cross the border where you couldn't in Skyrim. If you went south to where the Oblivion land was, of Cyrodiil, you couldn't go. The map would say you can't go any further. But now they've opened the border, and they've been working for the last 10 years to put this out, and then fucking Bethesda sneaks in and shadow drops this remaster like yesterday, as this thing is like 90% done, the Skyblivion team. But I did read that the Skyblivion, the Bethesda people gave all the developers who are working on this DLC, who are fans, doing this in their spare time for free, they gave every developer keys to have a free copy of the Oblivion remaster. Okay. So it's like Bethesda saying, like, we appreciate our fans, we appreciate all the work that you're doing, and we know that what they're doing is for PC only. The Skyblivion remake from the fans that they've been developing for the last 10 years is PC only. The remaster official is on consoles. They're two separate animals. Right. They're going to look and play differently, and I'm so excited. I loved that game, and I can't wait to play it. Either way, either way, I'm going to get it. I got to get myself a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox to play this because I am really looking forward to
PS5.
Check.
Steve McCauley.
I own a
He's a big Skyrim
PS4.
guy.
I own a PS4, so I'm hoping to get the PS5 so I can like play my
And
PS4 games.
You can get me
You
into
can.
the
It's
game and we can
backwards
play
compatible.
online.
I hope so.
It's backwards compatible.
I hope it is
It
because
is.
they promised
Five
the
is
same
back-
thing with 3 to 4. And
No,
it
5
wasn't.
definitely is.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
And any game that you already have in your library
Good.
will automatically like pull from
Awesome.
like the store.
So that was it. Check out if you guys are a fan of RPGs and open world gaming. Check out Oblivion. Anybody who knows this game, it was a huge hit back in the day. They just remastered it. They just dropped it yesterday. Check it out. And I put on the thing like it's funny how movies like Dante's Peak and Volcano came out at the same time.
Yeah.
Ants in a Bug's Life came out at the same time. Now we've got the Oblivion official remaster and the Skyblivion, the fan-made one, coming out at the same time. And I want to see the comparison when the other one finally drops too. But Oblivion, the official remaster, is out, and check it out because, like I said, if you go on YouTube, there are plenty of people that are already playing it, and it looks fucking awesome. Cool. The other thing I've got really quick, I've got a few things I want to run down. We weren't here last week. Black Mirror Season 7 is out on Netflix. It's awesome. 6 episodes dropped. I watched 5 of the 6. They're all winners. There is not one bad one in the group. A lot of great actors. We've got Paul Giamatti. We've got Rashida Jones. And who's the guy we were trying to think of earlier from the IT crowd?
Chris O'Dowd?
Chris O'Dowd.
See, I knew Derek would know.
Yes, Derek would know.
Derek knows.
My mind went blank. I love this guy.
The Derek knows.
It's really good. The only episode I haven't seen yet is the final episode, which is the revisit to the
the one with
the
Christine
Callister
Milioti.
episode.
Okay.
Yes, which is like a kind of Star Trek ripoff kind of thing. That's my final episode to watch. I haven't seen that one yet, but all the other 5 episodes that I've seen out of the 6 are awesome. Andor Season 2 dropped yesterday on Disney Plus. They are dropping, here's how they're doing it. So I think there's like 9 episodes. They're dropping them each week. They're dropping 3 episodes as a block.
Okay.
So last night they dropped the first 3 episodes. Next week they're dropping the next 3. The following week they're dropping another 3. But each one is a time jump. And it's a story in and of itself. So it's like you're looking at like a 90-minute movie almost. And it's good. Cool. It is so good. If you like the first season, this one really ramps up what happened last season. I'm not giving a lot away because it just dropped, but it is so cool. And you can see the steps that they're leading to with Rogue One, which will eventually lead to A New Hope. And it's so freaking cool. It was announced that Twisted Metal Season 2 is coming out July 2025 on Peacock.
Oh, nice.
Loved the first one. It was so fun. I can't wait for that one. And there's a lot of other stuff that's coming down the pike, too, that we'll get to in a later date. I don't want to take up too much time, but we've got next week to talk about other stuff. So, Tito, what do you got?
Yeah, I just got one. Sunday, on Easter, I took Ronan to go see Sinners.
How was it, man?
I heard it's really good.
It's awesome.
I want to see it.
Did you see it?
I didn't know there was a vampire.
Me either.
That's
I saw the
geek flag?
trailer and they didn't give a lot away.
We can kind of tag team it. Like,
Did you see it, Mark?
I saw it with Dean.
I wish I'd known. I would have gone with you.
Yeah.
Well, turns out he was supposed to go with Jen, and he had an extra ticket, and Jen couldn't make it. So he texted me. He's like, "You want to go see this?"
Shout out to Dean and Jen.
Thank you, Dean.
Yeah.
I like Ryan Coogler movies. He hasn't missed for me. I don't know what I thought I was going to see. It was a million times better than I hoped.
I heard it was a really slow burn, but it was a big payoff in the end.
So, yes, but not for me.
No?
That's
For
what I
me
keep
either.
hearing, but I was like I was in the entire time.
Cool.
It's not a musical, but there is so much
lot of
music in this
yeah.
movie, and it is so good.
But the music is a character.
It's a character in the movie. It is. The music is so good.
And it's a vampire movie.
It's a movie with vampires.
Yeah. But it's also kind of like a crime movie too. Like,
they're gangsters. that want to open up a speakeasy in the Mississippi Delta. Michael B. Jordan plays He plays twins, and they're completely different people.
Awesome.
He does. One of them is like this really tough and rugged kind of guy, and the other one's a little more playful and fun. They're 2 different people. And the effects. They're like one of them lights the cigarette and hands it to the other one. He grabs it and starts smoking it, and then he passes it back, and he's like, it's seamless.
Yeah.
It's seamless. Everybody is good in this movie. It's very good. I'll let you. If it's it's yours, you can.
The only other thing I had was late to the party one. Sarah and I finally sat down and started watching The Last of Us, where you saw the first 3 episodes of season 1, and we're digging it so far. And the other big thing for me was Sinners, and this movie's great. I really enjoyed it. Dean, unfortunately, didn't like it as much as I did. He was really gearing up for the vampires, and the vampires are very secondary in this movie. They do show up, but my thing, without giving really too much away, the vampires are the weakest thing for me. They're still good, but when the vampire stuff comes in, I'm so invested in the characters and everything happening in the first, which is why I totally disagree. I don't think it's a slow burn at all.
I was into everything that was happening.
The history of where they're coming from. They're two twins who worked for Al Capone. They're coming out of Chicago.
No shit. Oh, nice.
And they're setting up. They buy this it's like a shed or a large,
like a big barn or something.
From a KKK member.
Okay.
And they want to, it's kind of their like little F you to them. They're going to turn it into a gin joint, a place for all black people to come in and for one night be free. And they do this musical number. It's so fucking cool. It's more than just singing and dancing. These effects.
That is wild.
It is the most surreal goddamn thing I ever
I want to go see it again in theaters before it leaves the theaters.
Loved it, and I love the cast. Who the hell is
Derek, when are we going?
Who is the girl, right? Who, without giving it too
Haley
much.
Steinfeld?
That's right. She's in it too.
And then
I love Haley Steinfeld.
There's
Wunmi Mosaka. Is that her name?
The one who's at the end still. Let's put it that way.
Oh, Haley Steinfeld.
Oh,
yeah.
The final girl.
Dude,
she is beautiful. She is great in this movie.
Did you watch the mid-credit scene and the end credit?
Yes, I did.
All right, cool.
Yes, I did.
There's a mid-credit scene. There's an end credit scene.
To my Belle Biv DeVoe.
Yeah, dude. The music is
solid.
So I heard about that. Isn't that what the actual ending is in the mid-credits?
Yes.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah. I don't know who the guy is. He's never acted before.
No.
He plays their cousin. He's a blues musician. He has one of the fucking best voices.
He does.
He has this very deep voice, and when he sings, it's so fucking soulful.
Yeah.
And the scene where he sings, the big scene, because there's a disclaimer like music can bring spirits.
Yeah, okay.
And there's this fucking montage of just like the past, the present, the future of black music, essentially. So he's playing music, and there's like a dude trying to like breakdancing in the middle of. It's fucking wild.
It starts off with a barn full of people, and it just widens into a whole universe. It's amazing.
There's a lot going on.
I absolutely love it. If you're looking for horror, coming from a horror fan point of view, if you're looking for this to be a solid, straightforward vampire movie,
it's not it.
It is not.
Yeah.
You do get essentially some vampire action, some gore, the typical tropes. But you're not getting that until way later. You are getting a completely kind of vampire story, which is what I love. I love when people try to go and. I want to do this movie as an episode.
Oh, let's do it then.
It's so good.
It's so good.
And all the tropes are there.
Yeah.
Which I was like, fuck, he put that in there.
In fact, when the tropes happen, I'm kind of disappointed.
So is it
really? Because I kind of liked it.
Not in a bad way.
Yeah.
Maybe not disappointed, but it's a little underwhelming because everything else in this movie is so original, so sharp, and so new. And then finally, when you get to the vamp versus people action, you're just kind of watching a rehash of From Dusk Till Dawn. And I had seen that already. That's what was underwhelming to me. The vampire effects are great. The gore's great. The cast is phenomenal from start to Delroy Lindo. I
heard he's great in that.
He's awesome. Everybody is good.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a long movie. My final question. I tried to get
I enjoyed every minute of it, but
it's 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Okay.
Dude,
all right.
it flew for me.
Okay, good.
I've read the same things that people say it's like a slow burn. I was in it the whole time.
Good.
I completely invested in everything.
The same thing too.
I was invested in every character, everything that was happening.
Perfect.
Same.
Good. Perfect. I want to see it.
Same. I thought about it when I got home. I'm thinking about it. It stayed with me, and I'm like, the more I thought about it, the more there's just. The things I love about it are there's messages in there, but they're not in your face, down your throat agendas.
There's a lot, there's a lot of
it's
things happening.
Derek and I are going tomorrow night.
We're hyping it up.
Please say it.
See it.
I already pre-ordered it on Voodoo.
Oh, did you? All right. Perfect.
Okay, Derek, sorry.
All right.
This was not much
So
of a
I just got
lightning
back
round.
from
I
Fort
apologize.
Lauderdale.
Yeah.
With the fam. While I was down there, it was Easter weekend. Me and Liam, who is all of a sudden just like a huge wrestling fan now. He watches Raw every
you get that
Monday
from?
and Tuesday. Yeah, I know, right? Well, that's the thing is like he knows more about what's going on now than I do because he watches them throughout the week. Like, yeah, I'm flabbergasted. But WrestleMania 41 was this past weekend.
Nice.
In Vegas. 2 nights. Some really, really great payoffs. To
Did you like Saturday better than Sunday? Because I like Saturday better than Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, although Sunday had some fucking killer matches, but definitely Saturday I think had more payoffs. And
All the 3-way matches I think were my favorite.
so good.
The men's
so
3
good.
and then like the Rhea Ripley
with Bianca and incredible. Like it speaks volumes of like the talent that these guys have now. So I won't go crazy with this because I know that it's not everybody's cup of tea, but
Go crazy.
it was fucking great. Like I said, a lot of payoffs to some long-term storytelling, some really great things that I think are on the horizon when it comes to the stories that they're telling. So
I thought that Cena match stunk.
I totally did.
And I don't
Cena
want to
sucks.
see. I don't want to see
Cena
Travis
fucking
Scott
sucks.
anywhere.
No, I
Get him out of here.
Fucking saying that.
Get
I'm
Travis
like,
Scott out of
get
the
him out
fucking
there.
wrestling.
I
He
can't believe
sucks.
they brought him back.
He blows.
I can't believe they brought him back.
He can't even get beat up well.
Right? No, he
He's
can't.
like getting beat up, and I'm like, I can't believe anything that's happening right now. All you have to do is lie there, and you can't even do that right.
Because he's high as a kite.
He can't even
high
take
as
the
a kite.
fucking what's the crossroads. He couldn't even take it.
No.
It was like, this is fucking disgusting.
See you at the crossroads.
I also started finally watching Daredevil.
Oh, nice, man.
4
You're gonna love
episodes
it.
in.
How is it? Is it as good as
Is
everybody's
episode
saying?
4 the
good.
Bernthal episode?
No.
Okay.
No.
Oh, the bank
5
robbery?
must be. 4 is the bank?
Where he's in the bank?
Yeah, the St. Patrick's Day episode?
No.
Okay, then. That must be 5.
No, 4 is
5 and 6.
4 is what is White Tiger.
No, that's the third one, I thought. You
Yeah.
sure?
Oh, then maybe I'm
You
only
haven't
up,
seen the one in the
maybe
bank?
I'm only up to 4 then.
Which one?
Okay.
What are you watching? Daredevil Reborn, right?
Born Again.
Yeah.
So the last episode you saw was the White Tiger at the end.
Right.
Okay. All
Right.
All right.
And
So I think you got 2 more.
and Fisk
before.
was like just elected.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Or he had not just elected, but like elected and
Yeah.
he was starting his
The next 2 episodes are my favorite episodes of the show.
Yeah.
Cool.
Agreed.
They're my favorite. The 4 and 5 episodes.
Yeah,
are my
the 2
favorite
that he
episodes.
dropped together.
They dropped them together. They're
because
my
I
favorite
noticed
episodes.
like the tattoos. So I've seen that part.
Yeah.
It's gonna come back.
And you see the
So
graffiti
good.
on the walls. You see the Punisher with the triggered.
And which is
Yeah.
funny because when he brings that guy to the safe house that's right outside of that, I actually thought that he was bringing him to
Yep.
Frank.
Oh, yeah,
But no.
yeah.
No.
No, it's good, man. It's awesome. You're
Dude,
going to love it.
Oh my
It's a
God.
great season.
Honestly, the scene with him and Bernthal is like
Yeah.
one of the best filmed Marvel scenes I've ever seen.
Agreed.
Like a fight scene? Actually?
No,
No.
just a
No, just the
dialogue.
dialogue.
Just them talking.
Yeah.
For like 4 minutes is one
Yeah.
of the best scenes I've ever
As
that Marvel's
Daredevil
ever
or as Matt Murdock?
as Matt Murdock
Murdock,
talking
yeah.
to
To
Frank
Frank,
Castle.
yeah.
Okay.
It's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's already had some like just these early episodes.
I
There's some
know.
great. That I mean, granted, they showed it in the first trailers and stuff. Them sitting at the diner together, him and Kingpin.
Yeah.
But that scene, like they
Yeah.
they have so much chemistry, the 2 of them together.
Don't they?
Yeah.
Totally. Like I remember being kind of like, Kingpin is more
Yeah.
Spider-Man. Like why why aren't they doing someone else?
It almost rivals like Pacino and De Niro in Heat. When they're in the
Totally.
diner
Oh, yeah, when
together.
they're done, yeah, for
Like,
sure.
oh my God.
and it's so funny because
The tension.
Charlie
Cox.
yeah.
Tits.
not very intimidating looking. He's
not when he's Matt Murdock.
But like him sitting across from Vincent D'Onofrio, I mean, he's holding
his own. Absolutely.
He's incredible.
Yeah.
The casting on that show, the
Yeah.
writing, it's so great.
So I hear you're not doing your thing anymore.
You did try to kill me
Yeah.
multiple times.
It was great. Oh,
over the
so
past
good.
few years.
So good.
So I watched some of that, and then for the flight back, I watched. I watched Venom: The Last Dance.
I'm
Oh
waiting for
no!
more.
I've been trying to force myself to watch that for
Same.
months now.
I've seen the others.
It was going to be either that
What's
or
it streaming on?
it's on
It's on
Netflix.
Netflix.
It's on Netflix.
The last one is
Yeah.
already on
Yeah.
Netflix.
And
Oh, I
so
didn't
is
even
Craven.
know.
Yeah, so it's
I knew
Craven.
Craven.
It was a toss up. I wasn't sure which one I was going to watch.
My wife watched Craven. She said it was just okay.
Yeah.
I still can't bring myself to watch it.
No,
I'm
but-
like, yeah.
We've seen all the Sony ones. We have to watch. We have to watch.
So we're gonna watch it together then.
Yes,
All right.
we
I've
have
been trying to force myself to watch both of those movies.
All right.
Same.
I just
And
can't.
I'll watch
So-
Venom with you guys,
It
but
has to
I'll
be,
be with
yeah.
you guys.
It's gotta-
I'll never watch it on my own.
No, same.
It was all right. I liked the effects. It was better than Carnage, which is pretty sad because
All right.
Carnage should have been fucking killer.
It was well cast. Yeah, that movie was a piece of shit.
I think that I think you'd probably. Did you see it?
I haven't seen
You
it
haven't
yet.
seen it.
I want to watch it with you
I
guys.
think you'd probably appreciate it a little bit more as far as the Tom Hardy Venom stuff because it's definitely toned down from what it has been over the
so
last
it's
two
less
movies.
The Odd Couple and more.
They don't break up.
They're no, you know what?
They have a breakup scene?
More like best friend. Like there's actually some like
it's a buddy cop
sweet
movie now.
stuff.
Okay,
really,
all
really,
right,
yeah.
I'll give it a shot.
Essentially,
Okay.
I mean, I
Definitely-
will watch it.
There's definitely some
Taggart
shit
and Rosewood.
I thought was stupid, and there was
Yeah.
like one character that was really forced
Yeah.
in that wouldn't have made sense. Like,
Yeah.
but the Null stuff was really cool. The other symbiotes when they all it's the whole finale is really really cool. It was fun. It was a fun movie. I liked it. I didn't think there was a lot of like. It didn't make me roll my eyes.
Yeah.
much,
Good.
except for the one cameo. Well,
Okay, we'll get into it later.
have you seen it?
No, I know nothing about what you're
All
talking
right.
about.
Okay.
Nope.
You know, if these movies are making kids like Liv loves Venom.
Yeah, does
Liv
she?
absolutely loves Venom.
A lot of kids love Venom, which is
Yeah.
kind of
So
cool. It's
fun.
very cool.
You know what? I say go with it. It's the same thing with. It's like the Twilight thing. Twilight. They're not my vampires, but
hey, they're
if
getting
they
them
can
into
keep
vampires.
people interested in werewolves and vampires. More power to you.
Absolutely. Hey, speaking of Tom Hardy, and I meant to bring this up earlier too. I totally forgot about it. Mobland.
Oh, that Gareth.
Yeah.
Is it Evans? Edwards?
Well,
Gareth
it's Guy
Edwards?
Ritchie. It's a Guy Ritchie series.
Oh no, why am I thinking it was
My
the,
sister said this was really good.
The
It's
one-
really
the-
good.
the
Helen
raid guy.
Mirren,
Yeah.
Pierce
Girl,
Brosnan,
Sabretooth.
Tom
Yeah.
Hardy. So good. It's like two warring crime families, and Tom Hardy's kind of in the middle as a fixer
I thought
between
you
both.
told us about that before.
I
'cause
did, but I
remember hearing about
finally
it.
started watching it.
Oh,
It just
I think
came
when I
out.
mentioned it was coming out.
All right, so how
and
many
now I'm
episodes
watching.
you-
I watched the first 3 episodes so far. Oh my god,
What's
is
it
it
on
good?
Paramount? I've been meaning
It
to.
is so good.
Nice.
Yeah, check that out. I highly recommend that as well.
Sweet.
I just wanted to throw that out really quick because you mentioned Tom Hardy and it sparked that.
Cool. All right, awesome geek flags. Let's wrap this up. You know, I give Derek a lot of shit for this movie, and I had a lot of fun. But I have
we all did.
introduced plenty
Thank you,
of
Derek.
shitty movies to people and have tortured them as well. So
sure
I
have.
got my just desserts on this. You want to know what kind of shitty movies I bestowed upon these people? If this is your first time listening, go back and check out times I've tortured these guys, and you'll realize, Mark, you deserve this. You fucking bastard. Brian, where can they go?
Mark, they can go to www.3gdpodcast.com. That's www.3gdpodcast.com. And as Mark said, you'll be able to find all of our past episodes there, along with one-click buttons where you can easily subscribe to us if you haven't already hit one of those buttons to the podcast platform of your choice, and you will never miss an upcoming episode. Also, if you would, it would be greatly appreciated if you could leave a 5-star rating and a review. A 5-star rating and a review go a long, long way to help push our little show a bit further forward from the rest of the podcast pack. And most importantly, it makes it easier for others to find us while they're searching. Also, we have some social media presences out there on the intertubes. We can be found on Facebook, Instagram, Blue Sky, and the audio portion of our show can be found weekly on YouTube as well. And all of that can be linked to the website. Really easy. There's a little spot up at the top where you can click the little social media links and you will find us there. And let's see, what else is there? We also have a Ko-fi page. Ko-fi is like Patreon. If you like us, and we hope you really like us, you might want to leave a small donation to help keep this little show running It would be greatly, greatly appreciated because, as we say, podcasting is not cheap.
And Brian needs a PlayStation 5. Come on, let's go.
That's it. No, it won't go to that. This goes to help keep the show running only. So please and thank you for that. So as we like to say, if you're a first-time listener, welcome. If you're a long-time listener, welcome back. If you're a day walker, thank you. If you're a Nightwing, thank you too. So Nightwings and Daywalkers all, thank you for listening to our little show. And back to you, Mark.
Wow. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, gentlemen. And thank you, everybody out there, for listening. Tune in next week because we still have one more April Fool's joke up our sleeve before we go back to giving what we say we're going to give. I guess. So until next time.
0 fucks is what we're going to give.
That's right. We're going to give 0. So until next time, for Three Geeky Dads, I'm Mark.
I'm Derek.
I'm laughing.
I'm Tito.
Saying good night and keep watching the sky because Moon River, wider than a mile, I'm crossing you in style someday.
Wow, that was magical.
Nice.
All right.
Brian, you know what I was thinking?
Spice Girls had like nothing, and it was one of our
This
longest
comes out
episodes.
tomorrow, I
that's
think.
right there, Derek.
It's also
Don't be
Tom
sorry.
Hardy.
It was
It's a
excellent.
Netflix movie, and it's the
fun.
guy who did the Raid Redemption movie.
Oh, nice.
So
Yeah,
it's
Gareth
Timothy
Edwards.
Olyphant and Timothy Olyphant and Forrest Whitaker.
I like the cast. I will check that out.
But yeah, Mobland I've been into
Yeah,
too.
check out Mobland. I want to check out that
I
Havoc.
do want to see.
Nice. Hey, good show, guys. Thank
Awesome
you, Derek.
show, Derek. It's right
Yeah, I'm
there.
looking-
Oh,
Blue. It says
good
blue.
for you.
Good for you.
There you go.
Oh, whoa, hello.
Okay. And we're
This,
back.
That way it's not all
smart
crooked
water
and
is
shit.
making me smart for tonight's show.
Making my OCD
Something's gotta
go
work.
crazy.
Debatable.
Something's got to work.
Something's got to give.
Is it fine like
gotta
this? Because I wanted to
Something's
kind of keep it
gotta
in an
give.
English.
However's good for you. I can hear you perfectly.
Okay, good.
Yep.
No, that's
Let
good.
the bodies in. Do you have an incoming dad joke?
I do.
You do, okay.
I actually wrote this one too.
All right, bring it on.
It may or may not have been done before, but
That's okay. I'm rehashing a.
Oh, you're stealing jokes now?
He's stealing his own
You're a
jokes.
joke thief.
no, I came up with this and I'm like, I wonder if someone else already has told this
Fuck
joke.
him.
I'll let you know once I hear it.
All right, you ready? All right, you ready for it? Here it
Let's
comes.
do it.
Here it comes.
Here we go.
All right. Here we go. Hey guys, I heard Posh Spice is double jointed.
Really?
Wow.
I'm not, so unfortunately I can't bend it like Beckham.
Oh, interesting.
Oh,
Yeah. There's a lot of things going on in that joke.
Flexibility.
Have you heard that one before, Tito?
Twice, actually.
Fuck you.
just so much to unpack there. Hello and welcome to another thrilling episode of Three Geeky Dads, the show now brought to you by the new Angela Lansbury Cabbage Murder. Oh God, I had it.
Derek wrote this.
Let's try this again. Terry Smalls, he wrote this. Murder. Okay, got it. Hold on.
And the desert planet Iraq is home to sandworms, rebellious factions, and of course that precious, precious spice. But instead, we're in late 1990s London with a look at Spice World. Yes, he can. The joke's so nice, he fucked it up twice. Yes, he who controls the Spice Girls controls the universe, or at the very least, the top of the pop charts.
Starring the Spice Girls, of course. Richard E. Grant, Alan Cumming, George Wendt, sorry.
Huh?
Shit, what was her name?
Cow shit.
No, I obviously misspelled. Oh, Claire.
Claire, yeah.
Wow.
Starring the Spice Girls, of course.
You spelled Claire that bad?
Alan Cumming, yes.
How'd you spell Claire? With a 7?
Autocorrect.
Caleri. C-A-L-I-R-E. It's all wrong. It's all wrong.
It's
Tito.
all wrong.
All right, so
Yeah.
Caligula Spice. There we go.
Caligula
Are you using Mark's laptop?
I don't have one of these.
Did you catch the disease? Your laptop caught my.
Are you down with the
laptop's
sickness?
You got the laptop AIDS. Oh, that's nasty. I'm sorry.
Maybe not always. Stop it. Clearly, I'm not having much luck lately. All right, take 3. And I was wrong. It wasn't. Yeah, from the. No, I wasn't. It's the debut album. Never mind.
What the hell happened?
I lost track of where it was. They go back to rehearsing.
What? Where am I?
Who's that? What happened? Yes.
And they're throwing like fucking boomerangs and shit?
Yeah.
That's a fun video.
Yeah.
They did. They had some fun.
Yeah. And that little kid throws it, and that guy loses his finger. That's awesome. Oh, wait. Wrong movie.
Your throwing stick is boomeranged back this way.
So far we have the girls preparing for a concert. We've got an uptight manager being controlled by a man in the girl. What?
Derek was drunk when he wrote this.
Do you see how dumb this movie makes you? Look at you. This
I was
makes
rushing. I was rushing.
Oh, you're rushing. Oh.
All right.
Vodka.
Okay. Oh man, it was supposed to be man in the chair.
Moving the words with the force?
The man in the chair. Yeah, Roger Moore.
Yes.
Roger Moore.
So
shaken, not
let's do
stirred.
this. All right.
Okay.
Like Derek. Shaken, not stirred.
Oh, you could
He
stir
even
it
says
now.
that.
Yeah,
It's like,
I
there's
know.
No need to
He
stir
makes
it.
his own martini.
Yeah.
Over here.
Yeah. What?
Ew. Ew.
Baby smell.
Got pizza and Zima there.
Yeah. It crossed two state lines there, did
I
you?
always wanted a Zima when I was a kid. I didn't realize what it was.
On doing
The Zima commercials always seemed so cool.
I always thought it was like water.
I thought it was like a Sprite drink of some
that's
kind.
what I thought.
It kind of was, but it basically was like a wine cooler. Remember the wine
Yes.
coolers? So now it would be like any of the
those
like
hard
the
seltzer
vodka,
drinks?
the hard
Yeah.
seltzer, Mike Hard Lemonade. It's all
Yeah.
Zima. It's just under another name.
Surprise, motherfucker.